Oh no! There it is.
Anime weaves.
Oh no, I did something fucky wucky. Alright, it working now. We're good.
That's good.
Thank you for
That was
pointing that
awkward.
out, because even though, like, I'm literally looking at my mixer, I probably wouldn't have figured it out. There is Aaron.
Jeez.
Twitch
That
with
would've
the
been
actual...
awkward.
Twitch with the actual fuck. I tried to access mod settings and it literally access denied me. But you still have mod, so I don't know what the heck. No Aaron sound. It should work. Refresh. Refresh your page. So, some of you have lovely little flower-ish icons. Those are the sub icons for the time being, because I literally fucked around with it for like 2 hours. And then, thanks to Adrian, who I'm gonna lovingly shout out, I drew this. It's a rat. And I'm gonna change it to be different things. So we're gonna have a Felix rat, and a Pikachu rat, maybe? Maybe a Giratina. Ooh, we're gonna have fun with this. Ooh, I'm gonna have fun with this. Grant, did you see it? Grant, did you see
It? It took a second, but I saw it.
What do you think?
I think it's a cool rat.
Thank you. Please.
I didn't want to interrupt you.
Chat, please bonk me every time I say I can't draw. Literally. Because I was literally telling Adrian, like, Adrian, you know I can't draw, right? And then, like, that took me an hour. It's not even fully colored yet. Not even an hour. Probably like 45 minutes, because I stopped in the middle to get hot chocolate. Which I still have sitting next to me. And a cookie. Rat! Hello, everybody. Hi, DeCapo VGM. Hello, welcome! Thank you for coming! Oh my god, your emote's so cute. What do you prefer me to call you, and also your pronouns, please? I go by she, they. And Grant, I suppose. I don't know what Grant goes by. It's definitely not on the screen.
I mostly go by he, him.
Mostly. Sometimes we're feeling a spicy fuck you. Thank you for the follow. Lee Gabrielle. I can read English. Welcome. Do you prefer Gabby, Gabrielle? What do you prefer as your name? And also your pronouns. I open your stream and click the sword icon. Access denied me. You should have access. Could you try on your... has it always worked on phone, Mary? Okay. You can draw. Yeah, thank you for my own banhammer. Thank you. Gigarat. How are you? I'm he, him, and DeCapo or DeCapo VGM is totally fine. Alright, DeCapo. Because that's a musical term, kind of. Yeah, DeCapo. Yeah, it is. Good, we're doing great. It is snowing outside. The windshield wipers are up on my car. I removed the shovel and the body bag from my car. The body has been buried before the snow, so that's good. And I adulted today and bought myself a tire inflator because my car is being a tad stupid. Just a tad, though. It's working now, but, like, it did it to me twice. Interesting. Maybe Twitch was just, like, having a moment. TM. Grant, how are you doing? How's life in the Grant world?
I am doing better. I still sometimes cough, but I'm doing a lot better than I was doing last Sunday, so that's a good sign. I'm glad to be here.
I'm glad
I could
to
do
have
some more
you.
silly voices. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. I even ate before we got the stream, which is surprising.
You ate?
Yeah, I already
Wow.
ate food. I know.
I applaud you.
I wish I had another day off work so I could have another night off after this one, but what can you do?
Michaela's typically what I go by. I'm just silly and need to get around to changing my Twitch name. LOL, she, her. Lee is also fine if it's easier, though. Okay, I will try to remember Michaela, but I'm very bad with names at times, so please bear with me. And also she, her. Awesome, thank you. So tonight, we are going to be continuing with the trial of, I don't know what number trial this is. I just know it's a trial. The Clouded Kokoro.
Yes, the
Because
adventure of the
trial
Clouded
part
Kokoro.
1. I feel pain.
We are going to win. Vampire Daddy is back.
I hope he does the swinging onto the desk thing with his leg. I hope he does that. Trial
You hope he
number
steps on you?
yes. Gray, good evening. Hi, Sunglass Kid. How are you? Welcome to stream. Are you also getting hit by the snowstorm as well, out where you are? Because we are. Granted, in my area, we're only getting like 3 to 6 inches, but still a substantial amount. But I have off work tomorrow anyway because of MLK Day, so it's kind of sad.
I do not.
Nope, got hit by it a few days ago. Gotcha. How many inches of snow did it drop, if anything? Dug out yesterday. So I'm thinking a lot.
I had 2 to 3 inches. I showed you.
Hold on a second. Well, wait a minute. You got snow down in Arkansas?
Yeah. You probably didn't see it in my server, but I put in the server general chat. No, I have
your entire server muted. I'm sorry.
It is okay. But here, I'll just send it to you.
Okay.
Because I didn't want to bother with people that didn't really care about it, but I put a little GIF, a little video I made of the snow falling down whenever I woke up to let my dog out. That's what I found.
If you want cheese, let me know, by the way, and files can be transferred somehow. Otherwise, I don't know. I have started making my own emoji alternative, I guess. Adrian, did you see my rat that I drew? It's Pog. Oh wait, you were here for that, haha. Look, if Texas can get snow, so can Arkansas. Okay, fair point. I rest my case. I just didn't know he got snow within the last, like, week. I didn't realize that. I didn't know that, because he doesn't tell me! Also, I'm sorry for my mic being dumb.
I can put it in your server somewhere if you want.
If you want, put it in, like, pictures. I think it's pictures.
I can put it in media, too, but yeah, I can put it in pictures.
Yeah, pictures is perfectly fine. 4 to 3 inches is the name of my sex tape. Arkansas is infamous for heavy snow, right?
Not that I know of. I think we're more known for our Tornado Alley.
Yeah.
And lots of trees. We have lots and lots of trees.
Also, Adrian, I will definitely take cheese. I will take it. I will grab for the cheese. I'll have to figure out, like, the progression and everything, but it'll come along very nicely. Alright, let's get started, because this is what we're here for, is to do voice acting. True, and Walmart.
Inspector, do you know of this other bookshop? Yes, sir.
Ooh, great. Planning on going to New York City a week before Easter. Any recommendations? Don't die. Wear a mask.
Don't get eaten by the sewer rat people.
Yeah, I'll tell my cousins that you're visiting and not to harm you. I have only been to New York like a couple times, so I really can't recommend anything. And also considering that a pandemic is still happening, I don't know what to recommend you. Nintendo World is pretty cool though. More times than me. Nintendo World is pretty cool by Rockefeller Center. That shit, I got so many plushies. My mom was like, you literally spent $100 at, no, it was more than $100, probably more like $150 at Nintendo World, buying like 8 plushies. I'm like, you gave me money, and I'm like a 16-year-old in high school. What do you expect from me? So,
I was gonna say, look at the Statue of Liberty.
I almost said this is coffee, but it's not coffee.
Your Books is another second-hand bookshop not far from Bourbon Books. It's just that. Well, it's such a small place, I didn't think the accused would have known about it.
Objection. But in fact, that is the bookshop where the defendant visited on the day in question. And this receipt proves
Objection. Yes, for what difference it makes. Wherever the man purchases musty tomes, it makes no difference in the final analysis.
Oh no, it's bolded in orange. We should be fearing for our lives.
Objection.
I disagree. I mean, after all,
You can disagree all you like.
But you will kneel before me.
Shall I DM you the files on Discord, or do you want them some other way? You can DM to me on Discord, thank you. I give you permission to slide into my DMs. Top of the Rock, aka the Top of Rockefeller Center, is the best view in NYC. I agree to that statement. Because, like, the only reason I really went to New York City was because I was a part of the Macy's Great American Marching Band for Thanksgiving. So, like, of course, when you have, like, 14 through 18-year-olds, like, you gotta tote them around and everything. So, like, that was one of the activities we did. It was great. It was fantastic. Cold, but fantastic. And we'd go up in shifts because there's so many of us. I'm sure plenty of people will want to kneel for Vampire Daddy. Definitely not me. I have the street map here, if that might be of help. Oh, yes, thank you. Have a look at this, please. If the defendant had been returning from Bourbon Books, then yes, he would almost certainly have passed the place where Miss Green was attacked. Oh, it's gonna be like another place on the map. So it wouldn't have been like almost impossible for him to contact.
It would be weird for him to pass that way.
Yeah, it would be going out. I'm thinking it's gonna be out of his way, or it's gonna be on the other side of the street.
Someone moved her body.
Maybe.
Someone must have moved her after he left.
Well, no, because they just showed the route of him going where they said he did, but
Yes,
now they're
but
gonna show.
Do you remember he said that he was right behind her when she got stabbed from his perspective?
He was behind her, passing her.
Yeah, which means if that's what happened, then where they found her must be a different location because he was behind her. Because logically dictating, they should be right, but they're not.
Maybe it's a slow-acting knife and she ran. Well, the tip does not exist on this knife. So it is...
The tip is gone.
The tip could still be in her body, or it's a reused weapon from the prior case. That's what I'm thinking.
Someone either moved her or someone attacked her afterwards.
However, if we take into account the fact that he was actually at another bookshop, Your Books, it may well very turn out that he wouldn't have passed that location at all.
Would that be true?
My, it's rather depends on where this other bookshop is. I do declare that it may be a possibility.
Is that right, Mr. Lawyer, sir? What you just said? Wait, is that Lady First, but with like a different hat?
I feel like I want it to be, but I don't think it is because his hat actually fits.
Yeah, it was so sad. I would love to see Lady First again. He was amazing.
Lady First.
We love him.
Lady First.
My name's First. Lady First.
And I make hats.
Not
very good ones. But I think I put a lot of effort into them.
Absolutely. It absolutely could be right. Hello? Oh, I'm clicking the wrong screen.
Hello?
Hello?
Inspector Grayson. Where is this
Gregson, not
your
Grayson.
books established?
Gregson, not Grayson.
Gregson. Well, obviously we looked into that.
Sure, you just found out about this, buddy. I don't think you looked jack shit into
I think
anything.
Mr. Gregson has been caught off guard.
Turns out your books is just here on the next corner of Merchant Street, going east.
Okay, so he could have taken two different routes. He could have taken the route that would have taken him past Bourbon, or he could have gone down Calabash Road and went across that way. Ah, so that's how they're gonna play this game, huh? Now we have to figure out which road he took. Logos map information has been updated. Sparkle, sparkle. And there you have it. As you can clearly see now, Oh. Poor Narusuke. Naruhodo. Oh, man. Fuck you in the wine glass. Oh, God.
My learned upon his friend is obviously in training to be a clown. The
Oh,
way he regales us with such witticisms.
oh, that's such a burn. Oh, my God.
To your future career in the circus.
Alright, let me just get my clown nose, everybody. Grr.
I mean, I'm sure you'll want to wear makeup either way.
Susat! You put that glass down now, or I'll put it down for you.
I would like to see you try.
We could do this. I would like to see her do the Sasato takedown on Mr. Tall, Dark, and Handsome over there. Well, no, he's more like Tall, Pale, and Handsome, let's be honest.
I didn't think I needed to spell it out here, but here we go.
After some thorough investigation of the evidence, we have concluded the evidence is indeed a thing that is evidently evidence. Yes. Yes, that is like half of what these games entail. Call back to You Are Not a Clown, You're the Entire Circus from Edgy Boy. Oh, wow, he really is,
I'm surprised Combat
Phoenix.
Builder fucking remembers that.
Yeah, I couldn't remember that.
If the accused was coming home from your books instead of bourbon books. There's no doubt he still had passed the place where the victim was stabbed. Yes, thank you, Inspector.
I have it as a reaction image somewhere.
I want it. Send it to me.
Ugh.
Allow me to reiterate from my learned, if somewhat slow, upon his friend.
I want to see him fucking drink the wine.
I assure you want to see me do a lot of things. Wherever the man purchased this month's tomes, it makes no difference in the final analysis.
Ugh. Alright, I think he might have had a concussion. I forgot how I voiced her.
I don't remember either.
Great.
As I suspected, you can't fool me, and I don't suggest you try.
What I say, eh? I had enough of this now. I beg your pardon, terribly sorry, but would you mind repeating that?
Why is he on the jury if he can't hear?
Because they don't have standards.
Alright, that's a fair point. We're moving on.
Mr. Naruhodo, we mustn't give up.
What? What do you mean? I mean, if we give up now, the game is over. Like, there would be no point in finishing. There would be no game to play. I am very, very much enjoying the voice work from both of you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna scream. Thank you to Capo. We are not professional voice actors, but if you need somebody, give us a call.
Give us a ring, especially if it's Ace Attorney related.
Yeah. Having to lurk while making dinner, but I love this. Ooh! What are you making? And are you sharing it with the rest of class? But I appreciate the lurk regardless. Thank you for still being here. I mean, why are most people in the role they fulfill in that game? What? I'm confused.
I
Grant,
think she's asking in regards to the deaf person.
Adrian?
Yeah.
Adrian's they, he.
I think they're asking in regards to the deaf guy.
Cuban food. Ooh, that sounds lovely.
Is that just food with a cigar?
No, come on, stop it. Stop
Come on,
it.
that was a good joke.
I don't know if that's like insensitive or not. That's my concern.
The joke is Cuban cigars are what usually people think of when they think of Cuba, and so just putting Cuban on a food.
Oh, when I think of Cuba, I think of sugar.
I think that mostly
It's
comes
sugarcane.
from sugarcane in the middle Americas.
Food.
Well, apparently I killed Panda.
While playing Sword, I find myself reading their lines out in the best of a British accent. British accent as I can do. I love that for you, Mary. Lyric, dinner cooking time, making Mexican seasoned ground beef. What is everybody cooking, like, Central America cuisine tonight? What is it? What's
Mexican
happening?
food has a lot of seasoning to it.
Did I miss the memo? Was I not supposed to make my quesadillas last night? Was I supposed to make those tonight?
Do you know what I ate for dinner?
Tacos? Quesadillas?
I ate some. I basically was known as at my restaurant is a double Steven. It's chicken with rice and cheese dip.
Oh
from
yeah,
a
you
Mexican
told me about this
restaurant.
before.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, Def, Jury, Herlock Sholmes, etc. Why are anyone fulfilling their roles? Gotcha. Thank you for the lure, Combat Butler. Please bring back some food. When you return. When I think of Cuba, I think of people trying to flee to America on a car door. Nano cigars today. We got some black beans and rice, Cuban sandwiches, and fried yucca. So good. Ooh, that sounds really good. Sloppy Joe, so... I'm that person who's like, I can't eat a Sloppy Joe, I'm sorry. No, it skipped ahead! No, game, I was just trying to check something and you did the clicking for me, stop it! Okay, I'm done quiet. I'm done whining now. Hold on.
Hold it. Don't get my cold now.
I literally sneezed earlier and it decongested my entire nasal system. I don't know what happened. I think I was just containing like a week's worth of sinus pressure here and it just came out in a sneeze. And I'm like, great. And now I'm getting sniffles again and I hate it. Ryan has redeemed the Eggy. Thank you for the redeem. Look at Eggy. We love Eggy. Followers can use Eggy as an emote. Uh-oh, someone called the Wambulance for Aaron.
Eggy.
Look at all the Eggies. Wow, I love it. I need to get that Twitch extension so like when y'all put emotes in chat, they show up on the Twitch screen. I need to do that. I need to get that.
I can see it on the Twitch screen.
No, like they bounce around and stuff, like floating.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I thought Eggy was gonna fall off. Oh, and any pronouns work for me post-gender, so anything works, but mostly people use he, him. Gotcha. I remembered you saying something about post-gender, but I just wasn't sure. And I didn't want to misgender you. I'm not a fan of sloppy joes. If I'm gonna eat fucking meat on a bun, just make it a damn burger. Amen. Amen. Returning to wake back. Where the fuck is Eggy? I follow, but no egg. It might not work on mobile. If you're on mobile, returning to the lurk zone. That's fine. Bouncy Eggy. Yes, all the Eggies. All right, we're gonna actually continue with trial now.
The members of the jury may very well decide that Mr. Natsume is guilty. Ah, she's absolutely right. We must consider the assertion just put forward by the prosecution very, very carefully. They claim Saseki-san must have passed the location of the incident on his way home from your books, but I'm assuming the correct answer is raise an objection. I'm asking you, Grant.
I am looking.
Okay.
We apparently do choose raise an option, which makes sense because we can try to argue that he went the other way.
True. Yeah. The assertion just made by the prosecution is fundamentally flawed.
Explain yourself, counsel.
Alright, it's time to play the bullshitting game, everybody. We're gonna bullshit our way through this trial, just like I bullshit my way through grad school. Yes, my lord. You can see what I mean on this map. When returning from your books to his lodgings, Mr. Natsume could have followed the route suggested by the prosecution. However, that isn't the only conceivable route to take between the two places.
If the defendant uses these streets, look what happens. He arrives back at his lodgings without passing the location where the victim was attacked.
Objection!
Talking back to a clown is a fool errand, of course. However, I feel compelled to point out that route is what is commonly referred to as the long way around.
I personally would consider that the short way. Not the long way. But whatever. It's fine.
It's fine.
Ah.
Well, on a cold winter's night, why would a man choose to take a longer route home?
A fool's errand? That's a good pun, Jesse. I'm proud of that pun. The jury may say they are guilty and they may not. Isn't that their job? Yes, but like this jury's weird because like they're easily swayed by either side. It's hard to explain. Like I feel like it's different from like I would like to think it's different from the American court system in terms of the jury will utilize more facts and logic when deciding someone's verdict, but like here you can just say good things and they'll vote for you or against you.
It depends on the jury, so that's why they give each the prosecuting and defense attorney 5 like passes, where you can give if you find 5 people you don't like, you can and find good reasons for it, you can take them off the jury bench and replace them with somebody else. I forget, but they can ask questions for the jury members to decide who they want to take out.
Well,
The answer is extremely simple. He wouldn't, in other words. The accused took the obvious route back to his lodgings and is obviously perpetrator of this crime.
watch as I use facts and logic to destroy a vampire lawyer.
Watch as I use facts and logic to destroy a vampire lawyer.
Is that a meme from something?
That is from Ben Shapiro when he says he uses facts and logic to destroy so-and-so.
Oh my god, I love
And
that.
people have memed back by saying things like Ben Shapiro destroyed by facts and logic from BBC.
Trying to make sense of the Ace Attorney legal system is not going to get you anywhere. That is very, very true.
I will say that this game does a better
especially
representation.
the old Ace Attorney legal system.
Yeah. I mean, the idea for this series, it seems like the idea is that the system is flawed. And that seems to be a recurring thing with a lot of Ace Attorney games, is the justice system is flawed. And it's up to both the prosecutor and the defense attorney to do their best to bring actual justice to the system.
Mm-hmm.
That's the logic behind it anyways.
Just like in Danganronpa, where if you get a few things wrong, suddenly everyone thinks they're blackened, and they vote you despite having solved several cases. Yeah, I never got that. I always thought they should have just voted with whoever. I mean, I understand why, because like they don't want to give it away if it's like that person or not. Who I understand why they did it, but it's kind of stupid at the same time.
It's one of those things where I think it's just the game mechanics at that point.
Yeah. It's not even a game over screen, because they before they move on to execute you, they give you a chance to be like, no, I want to retry to whatever minigame you're doing that you failed on. It's weird. But aha, yes, I've got it. Obviously, we must ask the man himself. Ask Mr. Natsume which route he took home, and then in before Gregson or Vampire Daddy is gonna say, well, obviously he's gonna say the other one, because, he knows he's in deep shit. I need to play this. Also, hi, D Inferno. Welcome to stream. I am Aaron Gray, and I'm fabulous. I'm not that gay. I'm not that gay to say fabulous. Fabulous.
think the Ace Attorney series was based mostly off the. Well,
What are
actually,
you
I think it's
what are
mostly
you
a
talking
hybrid.
about, Grant? I said fabulous, and you're just like in a whole nother world. I was expecting.
I was reading Combat Butler's thing.
That's my job.
I'm fabulous. There is that what
Thank
you
you.
wanted?
Thank you. How are you doing, Dean
Jesus.
Inferno? This is Grant, by the way. He's a friend. Friend of the channel, friend of the brand.
Friend of you.
It was nice chatting with you on the Hover chat the other day. Yeah, that was so much fun. See, this is why I love Hover. Like, I met all these cool people, and like, it's great. It's fantastic. Interestingly, while Ace Attorney at first wasn't specifically designed to make people look at the justice system in Japan, it seems to have had that effect anyway. Okay, Grant, go on to say what you were going to say before I interrupted you.
Well, I was gonna say the idea was that these people of Japan that made the game wanted to make it like the American system, and so it's a weird fusion between both the Japanese and the American system.
Hence why we keep calling the location of the trilogy in Japanifornia.
Yeah. It's supposed to be in California, but because of the Japanese aesthetic to it, people have made the assumption that it's basically Japanifornia.
Mm-hmm.
Which honestly makes more sense than it being from California or Japan.
Agreed.
I've already informed the court of the accused's response to such questions.
So, did he know? So he's basically insinuating that he knew the receipt came from your books and not Bourbon Books, right? Is that what he's, like, inferring to here?
Sounds like it, yeah. But it sounds like Gregson was the one that was...
Gregson was left out of the
Apparently-
dark, but Van Zieks already knew. Is that what you're trying to say?
Do you think they made... I don't know, because it's... The detective himself seemed flustered by this, so... It would be weird for them to lie about exactly where he came from, too. So it's hard for me to follow what their logic was here.
Wait, I'm not going to spoil it, but it makes me seriously question part of the third game. Yeah, I haven't played the third in the trilogy yet. We're going to do that after we do Great Ace Chronicles.
Oh, yes. I have not played that part either.
Yeah, we have not. So that'll be an experience.
Yes, it will. I can't wait to do the coffee guy. I will try to do a seductive voice if I can.
Oh god. I'm not going to ask any further questions. I don't want to spoil anything for myself. I'm just going to... Alright, moving on. So, like, here's what this statement is throwing a red flag in my mind. Maybe the receipt is planted evidence. Because if Sholmes led them to his apartment, wouldn't they have investigated the apartment and have seen the receipt? Because it was just like laying on the table. How would you have missed that? I mean, unless if they're
what does our
incompetent.
evidence say?
Huh?
What does our evidence say?
Okay, so we have obviously our armband. We have our local map. We have the secondhand book receipt. Customer,
It's coming
your
from
books. 17th
books,
February,
okay.
4:45. Mr. Natsume, number 2 shillings. Tenders and receipt of picture of Monsieur Lecoq. A meal for Gaborio. Gaboria. Canterbury Yearnings.
So we found out and we concluded that it's not coming from the first location of more books. It's coming from the second shop
It's coming
of
from...
your books.
Okay, so it's coming from your books instead of Bourbon Books.
Then my question is, why would they either intentionally or unintentionally say that he came from Bourbon Books?
Because maybe he actually did take Calabash Road home, and they needed somebody to pin it on.
But even by their own logic, saying that he came from your books and using the shortest route makes sense. So there must be, unless there's evidence that supports that he went the other way, then it's weird for them to lie about that.
Mm-hmm. Well, because if he went the other way, he wouldn't have been right there. He wouldn't have shown up right there, because he would have crossed the road and then went back to his apartment. So, probably for the sake of convenience, like, it's easier to say, oh, he went to Bourbon and not
Maybe
Yor.
they were trying to cement the idea there's no way he could have went the other way for the jury.
Maybe. Maybe.
That's the best I can think of off the top of my head right now.
Yeah. Whether to make them go to Calabash? Wait, what are you talking about, Sunglass Kid? Like, we're talking about because the defense is saying that he took the short way, which is really just subjective. Like,
He said the reason why is because it was cold weather. That's why he's saying, why would they, in cold weather, go the longer way around?
maybe he wanted to breathe some cold air. Who knows? I don't know. It's all subjective. Because, like, what if someone wants to take the long way? Like, that's their, like... And also, like, to me, it looks like the same distance no matter what way you go.
It looks to me like it would be a longer way to go through from Calabash Road.
True, because, like, you do have this angled road, but, like...
If it was a straight road, I would say yes. It would be. It looks like it would probably be pretty much the same, but because of the weird angling of the buildings, it looks like, to me at least, that it's the same. It's longer.
Yeah, and probably mathematically that's correct. What are those cracks in the blocks? Those alleys?
I think they're supposed to be alleys.
I think
yeah.
they're supposed to be alleys, but I think they're out of the question. Like, we're not supposed to consider those.
Unless we find evidence otherwise.
Unless if we find evidence otherwise, yeah. Because probably the culprit was probably hiding in one of these alleyways.
Well,
Because
the
if
most
they're
curious thing is that
suggesting-
he was behind her. And yet he didn't see anyone stab her.
Well, no, he passed her, and there was only the two of them.
Oh yeah, he did
So
pass
he
her.
passed her, and then she went down.
Yeah.
So he was in
maybe
front
someone
of
threw a
her.
knife?
So he was in front of her. Cause here's the thing. So let's say like he went Bourbon or Your Books and actually came down this path here. He passed her up at the X. There was no one around. Then she gets stabbed. I think someone might have been hiding in an alley.
You know what I think's gonna happen?
Huh?
You know what I think's gonna happen?
What?
I think the jury is probably gonna have to be brought into, and we're gonna have to have a summation and see what they're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like this is gonna be a jury question more than it is gonna be an evidence question, unless we find other evidence.
As a person very familiar with map making, sort of, I find the lack of scale bar and north arrow quite disturbing. Let's cut them some slack. It's Britain. It's the.
To be fair,
Go ahead.
go ahead. Oh, I was
I'm
gonna say, to
chewing
be
on
fair,
a cookie. Go ahead.
it looks like it's a smaller, zoomed-in part of a bigger map.
Yeah.
So maybe it is there. It's just we don't see it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
He claims he has no recollection.
He probably does. He was probably scared out of his mind. I would be too. Granted, I did take a forensics class, so like that kind of taught me like, all right, if you ever get into this situation, and I've seen like so many true crime videos on YouTube, which kind of taught me like, all right, if you get into a situation, like you want to remember and record everything. Oh, here's a fun legal fact for you after I get a drink of water.
Body cams can save your life.
That too, but that was not what I was going to go with this fact of knowledge. So,
Oh, okay.
as some of you know, I did take a legal class last semester for my program, from a professor who actually passed her bar and like was a practicing lawyer for a few years before switching into higher education. So at the last class, she gave us like this whole PowerPoint of like tips and tricks of like US legal system that you should know about but didn't hear from me.
Hashtag not legal advice.
Hashtag not legal advice. She basically said like, I can't give you legal advice, but here's this PowerPoint, do with it as you will. And she's like, also, I'm not posting this on the school platform because, you know, so
Legal.
take notes. One of the things she said was, when you get into a car accident, regardless whose fault it was. So if it was your fault, who's injured, blah, blah, blah. Start recording audio on your phone and put it in your pocket. So even if it's not going to be admissible evidence in court, when you go to, when you go to, say, hey, are you doing okay, to the other person, when you review it with your attorney, then when you get in front of the court, you can say, I definitely said this, instead of, wishy-washy about what you said and what happened. So you could be more definitive about what actually happened versus,
You have evidence to back up your claim.
Well, you can't use it as admissible evidence because you did not get permission to record the other person involved. But when you go to your attorney, if you have to go to court over a car accident or something, when you go to your attorney, then you can review the footage or the audio to firmly figure out what your side of the case is gonna be, you can be more definitive with your statements instead of, I think this happened. You can say, I know this happened. It helps you to also remember what happened as well. So, in case you ever get into a car crash, knock on wood, hope you don't.
Also, a dash cam helps.
Yeah, Ryan's dad has a dash cam.
Dash cams have saved people a lot of legal problems.
It's not going to say Naruhodo's problem, though, unfortunately.
That's right, as I said, the Brook seems to spend some time outside wandering aimlessly from A to B.
Get a dash cam. Listen, I'm a broke college student. I don't know what you want from me. You'll save your ass. I'm still a broke college student. I don't know what you want from me.
I think dash cams can go for $20.
I'm still broke, alright?
Okay. Alright. I'm just saying, in case that helps.
I didn't think I was gonna be able to pay rent this month. But, I'm going to be able to pay rent this month. But, I did think for a month I was not gonna be able to make rent. So yeah. Yeah, my friend had a dash cam set up and someone in front of him cut into his lane speeding and my friend tried to stop, but hit him. I think I'd sued him, but the dash cam helped. Ah.
Oh.
Interesting. Very interesting indeed.
I thought it would save your legal trouble. I didn't know it would save your ass. I wonder if someone tried suing someone else's ass.
That day was no exception. He says he doesn't remember where he was or which route he took home.
He's not boding well. Hey, thank you for the 500 bits cheered. I will be making new, I will be trying to make new bits cheering emotes as well. Hello?
Hi.
I heard, I was wondering what the fuck in my apartment was about to break, and then realized there's a snowblower outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I hope it
It's starting
wasn't
to
for
come
me.
down. I'm currently sitting at my desk where I can see through the bedroom door, through the kitchen to my balcony sliding glass door, and I could see, because of the crime light outside that door, the crime light for the parking lot, that is, the snow is very much coming down. Shout out to Grant because he's cool. Stuck my tongue out for you too. Better be happy about that shit.
I am.
Thank you for the redeem. And thank you for the cheer, Adrian. I will also be working on Bits cheer emotes, which I was originally gonna... I don't know what I'm gonna do for those either. Maybe that should be the cheese. Oh, the Bits cheer should be the cheese. Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun with this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, never mind. I'm suing you for
Moving on.
damages. Wait, what are you trying to get as damages? Dead ass over the creepy person, probably. Yes. Probably. Alright. Naruhodo looks dead inside. I don't believe this. Alright, this man definitely has a concussion.
I thank you, my learned friend. and suggest we do not waste any more of the court's time by wandering aimlessly around this subject.
Then Gray will literally be earning dat cheddar. Yes. Each cheese should be a different cheese. Kidding. Just be different colors.
Hooray. What say you, insightful jurors?
But even if that is the case, the defense still.
I agree with Lord Von Zeeks.
If you need different types of cheese or animated cheese, let me know and I might be able to do something when I got time. Adrian, you are a literal blessing. Oh my god. I don't know if I need animated ones, cause like the bits emote will, like, so when you cheered your bits, it'll still show up like that, but like you get like a little bits badge for cheering bits. So the badge itself will be the cheese, not the actual animation that you see on the page. Van Zeke is so damn classy, except when he's saying extremely not okay things about Eastern people. Yeah, it's just only mildly racist. Or stereotypical. To be fair, he's only said something questionable once. I don't remember, actually.
He has said one thing about Napoleon, but I think he meant more about the country more than he meant about the people.
Mayhaps.
It could be taken the other way, people. It could be taken the other way about being the people, not the country, though. So I can understand why some people would be like that.
Oh, well, if you want animated cheese just as well for alerts, I'm just saying. Gotcha. By the way, what program did you use to make the original cheese? I'm curious. Out of
Source
curiosity.
filmmaker.
Source filmmaker. If Ryan were here, he would cry.
Probably using Blender at one point.
Wholeheartedly in any every way.
That's how my book cover was made, through Blender. I didn't make it, my friend did, because I have no concept of how Blender works.
I tried to, honestly, it scared me.
Pretty sure I learned how to in like the 6th grade for like a technology class. And I don't remember jack shit. Or something similar to Blender. I don't remember. What? I don't believe it. Does this mean?
We members of the jury are completely convinced now. Very well. In that case, I hereby call upon all members of the jury to present your findings to the court.
Guilty!
Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty. Guilty.
That's not what I thought he sounded like.
Yeah, these voices are definitely different.
All of them sound like something I think of, except for the guy next to the old man.
Yeah.
It would appear that the jury's pleading is unanimous.
Where's my world's smallest violin? Literally Ryan right now. Rinosuke.
To the insightful members of the jury, I applaud your brave resolve. You serve Queen and country admirably.
Yeah, well, the jury is wrong. Look at Combat Butler, full guns a-blazing over there, being like, well, the jury is fucking wrong, bitch.
Combat Brother, I must tell you, it does not matter, for you are not on the jury.
Refuse to accept the jury's delusions. They're not decisions. No. They're delusions.
Is it not you who are the only one in the minority that is deluding himself?
Hey, thank you for the host, Ravaging Owl. Thank you. How are you?
Spreading the love.
How was your stream? I don't know if you're still streaming or not, but thank you anyway. Sorry, I was chewing. Oh, and then Adrian posted. I work in... I had to stop for a moment. My stomach is dying. Oh no! I'm assuming hunger? Hopefully hunger. Hopefully it's hunger pains and not anything else. I'll be back though. Okay. Thank you for the host anyway. Please take care of yourself. Bad
Your
miso.
bodily
Oh
functions.
no, not bad miso. No, not the bad miso. Yeah, go take care of yourself, man. Your health is more important than a stream. I work in the Affinity Suite. This cheese was only made in Affinity Designer, but I also use a Sprite for pixel art, Blender, and Substance Painter for 3D, and DaVinci Resolve for animated video editing. Holy crap.
I don't know the majority of those.
Me neither.
those programs.
I know Blender and I know DaVinci.
My
The
friend
others, I have
Diana
no
has
clue.
used A-Sprite, I believe, for pixel art, and I've looked at Blender, but I've never heard of Subsistence Painter or Affinity Suite or Affinity Designer.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, they're sharing a mass hallucination, possibly from the miasmic vapors that haunt London. So basically, they're having a collective fever dream, is what's happening with the jury.
Having a collective delusion. Okay, sure.
Great. I just have to sit and let my stomach digest all this crap. That is fair. Sometimes you just gotta do that. I remember story time. Small story time. I remember in freshman year of college, we had an end of the year clarinet party for my studio, and one girl was like super adamant about making mac and cheese for everybody. So we're like, all right, fine, you can make mac and cheese for us. This girl, she put like a half a carton of milk and like 4 different types of cheeses and like smothered it in cheese. Like it is a lactose intolerant person's nightmare. I'm not lactose intolerant. But after I ate like just a decent helping of this mac and cheese, I thought I was lactose intolerant for like a good few hours because like it was so bad. I was laying on my dorm bed like just in fetal position because I was so like, what the fuck did I just eat? It literally hit my stomach like a bowling ball. It was so bad. Oh my god. Like, it tasted fine, but it was just, like, so much lactose that was just like, no. Absolutely the fuck not. I have heard of Affinity Suite, but I don't use it. And Substance Painter, I've heard of it. Love Affinity. Substance Painter is Adobe and the tool for painting 3D models. And Affinity Suite is an alternative to Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, and Publisher, but instead of a subscription, it's a pay once kind of deal. Ooh! Please link me to that. Because I would like to not pay $30 a month for everything Adobe. Well, I do like using Spark, though. That's the only thing. Hell yeah, no Mac, all cheese. Yeah, that because no person should eat that much lactose in one go. Oh yeah, for real. Oh, and DaVinci Resolve is Blackmagic Edition Suite. It was originally only for color editing. It was used in Hollywood, but they made it into a full edition tool and it's free.
If I could ask, Adrian, could you also link me that? Because I would appreciate being able to use both of those.
Adrian, put it in the Discord. Put it in. We don't have like a streaming tool thing. Put it in general for now, and I'll figure out where like maybe I can make like a little section for like creative tools for something. I don't know. Or
I can't tell you how many times I wanted to Photoshop something, but knowing I'd have to pay a subscription.
Mm-hmm. I usually get the
always try to take it once.
I usually get the pre-made boxes and I put a whole scoop of butter and a good helping of milk because I like my mac and cheese creamy. That is fair. I do like creamy mac and cheese, but like there comes a point where it's overkill. We naturally have enzymes for digesting lactose, but our bodies can only take so much. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I did hear about that. Where like 70% of our species is like lactose intolerant or something. Sits on the tongue like the lightest meringue, and on the stomach like a concrete bowling ball. Yeah. But hilariously, I think of the episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog where Muriel got turned into a kid and she wanted Courage to make her mac and cheese, but she was never happy. It was always either too much macaroni or too much cheese. Not to sound like a Adobe shill, but I am too used with Adobe workflow, so yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, a lot of my stuff is in Adobe right now. I'm lactose intolerant-ish. I hate macaroni and cheese. I like mac and cheese, but I just don't eat pasta that much.
That was from the TV episode, the one she's talking about specifically.
No, I haven't seen it. That show, the commercial scared me as a child. Mr. Naruhodo. Dead on the table. Dead on arrival. Do not resuscitate. No, not yet. This isn't over yet. I still have one last chance to sway the opinion of the jury.
Thank you, game mechanics.
Thank you, game mechanics, that we learned like 5 episodes ago.
It was last episode.
No, because like summation we haven't done since like the last trial, which has been
That's what I mean.
a while.
Oh, you're talking to each. Okay, got you. That's what you mean.
Yeah. I have to tip the balance of those scales the other way. I have to turn this around. Somehow.
We have to turn about.
We have to literally do a turnabout.
Those are the eyes of Quarry, not yet willing to give up and die.
All my tools are around Adobe, Clip Studio Pro, and Audacity. I use, so for art, I use Procreate on my iPad. One of the reasons I got an iPad. For music, I use Mixcraft and Finale, which I might switch to Sibelius at some point for notation writing. And I'm kind of stuck with Mixcraft unless if I ever get a Mac computer, which I wouldn't because you really can't game on that. And then Adobe for like Photoshop and Illustrator and stuff. I got other people to switch from Adobe to Affinity before, and they got used to it pretty quick after. Okay, Fair Courage Cali Dog was a super dark show for being made for kids. Oh god, chat is just popping off tonight. Holy fuck. I forgot to officially unlurk. I forgot I'm back with food for all who show up. Please don't. The roads aren't safe right now. That's fair. That is fair. Did I ever make the switch, sadly? Honestly, dealt with mature ideas. Like, had no one is perfect night. And also, they did in a really dark way, Grant. Like, it was dark. It was a dark show, theme-wise.
I watched it.
Mac, vomit. Cheese, we love. Did you voice this line yet?
I have.
I don't remember, but okay.
So I presume you intended to wield your rights again in this trial. The rights of the defense written into a antiquated British law that should have been buried long ago.
Listen, it's a game mechanic. I have no choice but to do this. You should know this, Venseeks. Call it antiquated if you will, but it's the defense's prerogative to carry out a summation examination if it so chooses.
Very well, counsel. In accordance to the letter of the law, we shall proceed with the summation examination. All the members of the jury ready, Mr. Foreman.
Here's a joke. If a lawyer's disbarred, is a fog dismissed? Ha! Funny. Funny.
Yes, we are. I'm also familiar with that Napoleon's whippersnapper and his unctuous refusal to throw in his alley.
Oh, so he's already biased. Why is he here?
Because he was called on.
But he's being
All
biased.
these jurors are biased. What do you mean?
Okay, that is a fair point.
Very well, then. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will each explain on what grounds you have determined the defendant to be guilty.
The jurors' contentions.
Oh, pity sack, that little opponent's already admitted it himself, didn't he?
If he said that a woman in green collapsed before his eyes, why can it only have been the victim?
The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop, not in winter.
So the poor woman was attacked from behind, was she? How dreadful.
I really don't care. Can't we just wrap this up now? I got work to be doing. Your books. Yes, I shop that. But bourbon books, no, not worth a visit.
I love that. I love that so much. Hi, Prime Lord. Welcome. How are you doing? You probably will notice that you have a sub badge icon, which is subject to change. It will be changing. I was just messing around with it today, and I fucked around with it so much that I chose not to change it for right now. Animorphs was such an effed up book series looking back on it. I mean, when you look at things in hindsight when you're older and you realize, like, this shit's actually kind of fucked up. Like, Willy Wonka, for the record, was like... What?
I think the way they went down the chocolate river was the most effed up in that show. Sorry, movie.
I mean, I read it as a book. I was
I have not
forced to
read
read it as a book in fourth
I had to
grade?
read 1984.
Oh, I did not read 1984. I think we had a choice to read 1984 when we were in, like, 6th, 7th, 8th grade. I read
I
Stick
did
Figure,
not
which
get
is about a
that.
girl with anorexia, and my mom found it on my desk, looked up what the book was about, and then had a confrontation with me about it. I was like, why did you choose to read this book? I'm like, I don't know, it sounded cool. And I cried. Because I thought I was in trouble. Then we didn't go to martial arts class that day because I was so worked up and crying. That should have been her cue that I was scared of her, but no, that was not. Just got off work and home. LLIC, you were working on it. Oh yeah, in the Discord server. I was forced to read 1984 because history, Dad.
Why did your dad, even if he liked history, force you to read 1984? It's not history.
I had to read Aragon in 7th grade, but it's non-fiction, isn't it?
What do you mean?
Isn't 1984 non-fiction?
It's a fantasy, yeah.
No, non-fiction is like real life, true. But is
It's
it
not
fantasy?
real life. No, 1984 is not real life.
Oh, yeah, that's because it's
1984
George
is based
Orwell's.
off the
Yeah,
idea.
that's right. That's right.
That's why I'm confused by this.
1984 is the book that I'd say everyone should read. Okay,
I'm not
I'll
saying you
consider
shouldn't
it.
read it.
I'll consider it once I finish reading A Clockwork Orange, because that book has me fucked up.
I will tell you, I hope you're prepared for depression, because George Orwell can't write anything with a happy ending.
Oh, I'm fine with that. I mean, my book doesn't really have it has a question mark ending for sequel, which I do plan on writing a sequel, but it doesn't have a happy ending. One of the main characters gets severely injured, nearly dies. It's a kids series in which people get eaten alive. One of the main characters uses a group of kids as bait and gets them killed, all the other screwed up things. So kind of like Hunger Games, kind of. His memoir, Fight Me. What do you mean Aragon is fiction? Next you'll say dragons aren't real.
Jeez. Yes, 1984 is fiction, just like the majority of these books.
With only minor exceptions, the reasons for finding the defendant guilty are all too clear. When the stabbing occurred, the only two people at the scene were the victim and the accused. And the accused himself has admitted to seeing the victim in her green overcoat sink to the ground before his eyes. Furthermore, we have heard from the inspector that the defendant then fled the scene.
Out of fear and terror. As a natural reaction, as you would.
I must say, I would have ample grounds to convict this man already.
Oh dear, even the judge appears convinced of Mr. Natsume's guilt now.
Ugh, why did he have to run away like that? And how are we supposed to believe in some phantom attacker that nobody could see? This is impossible. How can I possibly make a case for the defense?
Mr. Naruhodo, this is no time for grumbling. If we want to force the trial to continue,
Yes, I know. I have to turn the tide. I must make the jurors change their minds. Well, 4 of them at least.
exactly. We have no choice but to forge forward.
You have the floor, counsel. Begin your summation examination.
I can't say that because I believe in dragons. That's fair. I hope work went well, Prime Lord. Sasato's pretty cute, not gonna lie. I prefer Sasato over Maya.
I actually like Maya. I'm biased, though.
You are very biased. I like Sasato because she's, like, actually helpful. and doesn't
I
make a
think
fool out of
Maya
us
is helpful in her own ways. I think
by being
Sasako
a
is also helpful.
kleptomaniac and stealing shit.
That's also true. Maya does still, although to be fair, it seems like she grew up in some type of commune situation. So in her mind, it's not really stealing. It's just she grabs things and no one has told her that's supposed to be stealing.
Mm. Mia tries her best. She do be trying her best. Don't worry, Mr.
Can we
Narharder,
all
you'll
agree
figure
that
it.
Pearl is best girl, though?
Huh?
Can we all agree Pearl is best girl,
She's
though?
best child, yes.
There we go. Better than the 14-year-old of the circus.
Just need to keep the trial going somehow, whatever it takes. Come on, Ryanosuke, you can do this.
Alright.
Oh, cutie, look at you. Wow, that's us. That's me. Okay, so this is when we have to find contradictions.
We have to try to pit jurors against each other by finding contradictions in their
In
reasoning.
their testimonies. Okay. Pearl's his only child, and you put her mom in jail. Shame, shame on you, JK.
Her mom attempted murder.
Yeah, for real. So, I know I need to press, probably.
Yeah, I actually know who you should probably press.
Tell me.
I think number 5. He doesn't give really good solid reasoning.
Oh yeah, because he's like, I don't care.
Yeah. I feel like we should see his reasoning, because he must have some other reasoning other than he wants to do work.
Hold it!
A man's life is on the line here, sir. This will take as long as it takes.
Get clever with me now, son. My life's on the line too, and so is my family's.
I wasn't where a juror could testify.
Yep. This is technically an examination of their reasoning more than it is testifying.
Yeah.
But they do have to testify to their reasoning, I guess. This is some weird antiquated law.
Yeah, it's like this gimmick. It's this game's gimmick for the trials. If a juror is testifying, then someone's lawyer screwed up somewhere.
To be fair, the jurors in America have to kind of testify. They have to basically answer questions from lawyers and then they can get taken off by one of the prosecutors or defendants if they don't like their answer.
Mm-hmm. The juror would have been dismissed from trial if this was U.S. Well, this is ye old England. Ye old England in this kind of like pseudo alternate universe.
This was probably some compromise whenever lawyers were nobility, so they probably were like, well, we don't want commoners to say everything because they have poor reasoning and logic. They'll have this antiquated law that says we can just like show how the reasoning's bad.
Mm-hmm. Ye old England kangaroo court. Yeah, you got that right. Keep talking.
Like you wouldn't understand, but a laborer like me can't afford to take time off. If I don't work, I don't eat, and neither do the wife and kids.
Oh, I see. That must be very hard.
I go to the union every morning to find out what needs doing. If you're late and the work's taken, it's tough.
It can be for silly things too, like wearing a pink hat. Not a joke. Wait, when did he say that? When did Grant say that?
I think that meant more like that's him talking to me.
Oh, but he added you. Oh, gotcha. I thought he was like quoting you.
No, he's not quoting me.
I was like, wait, hold on. When did Grant say this? I don't remember.
He just knows that that's my username.
Oh. Trust me, I have money. Trust me, I have the money.
Fucking, I think Mr. Von Zeeks over there has more than just money.
This time of year, there's water and gas supply pipes busting left and right and center. They're after the cheap labor to get the roads dug up to fix it. It's a hard slog from dawn till dusk it is.
So, you were out digging up the roads on the day of the incident as well, were you?
That's right. In fact, if I remember rightly, It was just around the corner from where it all happened. By that old bookshop it was.
What? Another coincidence?
That's right. Mersham Street I was.
Meersham Street. On the map, Mr. Naruhodo, there are only 3 named streets. Juror number 5, I need you to add the information to your formal statement, please.
What's the point in that? Can't we just get this business over with right now?
Just responding to what Grant was saying about the dismissing jurors. Gotcha. Please, sir, it's important.
Fine, I'll do it then.
Alright, can you reread his statement because it's adjusted now?
On the day it happened, I was digging up Mersham Street from dawn till dusk.
So he wouldn't have been able to take it. Hold on. Court record.
He probably wouldn't have.
So if he was digging up the street, how
He
would he
couldn't
be
have
able to
taken
walk on it home?
He wouldn't have.
He wouldn't have been able to.
This means we're gonna have to pit him against somebody that believes he took that route.
Alright, it was not your 6. Attack from behind, not you. We had to pit him against 3.
Yeah. He could have taken that way, even if it was the short route, because this guy was digging it up. We have to...
Objection.
Those 2 statements are clearly at odds with one another.
That horse counsel explain yourself. I wasn't paying attention.
God damn it, Zim. His magic broom.
Please, don't point. It wasn't me, I swear.
What? I just want to get this done and dusted.
Look at his eyes. This is a fantastic... I
Kinda
kind of
flexing
want
there,
this...
isn't he?
I kind of want this as a, as a reaction image.
Please screenshot this.
I screenshotted it. I will do some photoshopping later.
He's kind of flexing here, though. He kind of doing the JoJo pose.
I have not seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure,
They
unfortunately.
basically do a bunch of, like, muscular poses, like, yeah.
Save this for a thumbnail. Oh, I don't make thumbnails like this. I usually use, like, the title screen.
I've actually
or,
been
like...
thinking about making thumbnails, personally.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't make thumbnails, really. I mean, I do, but, like, I use, like, the banner image for, like, the game, and then just, like, slap a number on it to show, like, oh, we're in this part of the, like... I don't want to overwork myself for, like... Like, it is, like,
Very
little
little game.
details that care, but, like, I don't have time to, like, go through and, like, pick something that's worth of a thumbnail image, you know?
For me, it's just I don't have anyone that's really watching my stuff to begin with, so I just don't see the point in putting in this effort whenever no one's there to watch it.
Yeah, I like to make the VOD. I still make VODs, though, because it's also nice to have, like, those.
Mm.
I mean, Sam, I don't have time. I work 10 to 12-hour shifts. Ugh.
Same,
God
dude.
bless you.
Same. I work an 11-hour shift.
I have 2 thumbnails. So do I. One on the left and one on the right.
Oh man, we're supposed to have 2.
What do you have? 3?
I only have 1. I lost my thumb in the war.
What war? The war against something? My brain is.
Gulf
I'm
War?
sorry. My brain isn't that witty sometimes.
I'm making sarcasm.
I know. I was trying to return the sarcasm and it was not working. Long post has been made. Think I've added all the tools, but I can edit later if I forget something. Awesome, Adrian. You are greatly appreciated. And if it's not in the right place, then I'll stick it in the right place. And that sounded kind of sexual, and I'm really sorry about that.
She has a strap on, guys. Be careful.
No, I do not. Ryan has seen my dildo drawer, alright? There's no strap on to be found. I
Jesus.
think he would have been running for the hills if I had a strap on.
That's why you have the rope and cuffs.
No, I don't have those either. I'm not the Dom.
Shokugeki no
Shokugeki no Grant. What war? Why the ongoing war against insomnia? That is also very true.
The ongoing war against my mental status.
Feel free to join the Discord server if you're not already. It's pretty cool. We'd get to talk and stuff, and you get Eggy. You get Eggy emo. Okay, Eggy's
You can
gone
even
now.
message me on there if you want. Sometimes
Yeah.
I go and look, and no one messages
And he
me.
never
but that's
talks.
okay. No, because I don't want to interrupt people, and I don't know what to
You
say
can
to
just
things.
say, like, come into a conversation. Like, we're not gonna stop you. We're not gonna say, no, Grant, go away. No one wants to talk to you. Like, we're not mean,
No,
Grant.
Just no Grant, and then okay, I'm gonna go. Bye.
Well, juror number 3. Oh, Misa? What do you mean? Oh, I love this animation so much. Can I say how much I love this animation? It's so good with the footsteps and chef's kiss. Did I share the thumbnail to you, Grant?
Yes, you did.
I forget. Okay. Cool.
It's
Juror?
nice. It's really nice.
Awesome. If it
Thank
needs to be
you.
moved, you can also let me know to where if you want me to keep it up to date with tools and stuff I find. Okay. Thank you, Adrian. You are wonderfully appreciated at the channel. Juror number 5.
I try to be a good friend.
Yes. Juror number 5's words just now are extremely significant. Oh, wow. Let's take a moment to consider the implications of what's been said on our map of the local area. On the day in question, Mr. Natsume visited this bookshop to purchase a number of secondhand books. And on the same day, we now know that there were works being carried out on Mearsham Street, making it impassable. Which means that the defendant's route home could not have been taken him along Mearsham Street and down Briar Road. Oh, yes, of course. What do you think, sir?
Well, yes, you can't argue with that, really, can you? We must have had a good 2 yards or more on the pavement up. Every gentleman and gentlewoman that came along had to turn back and go the other way.
Thumbnail images are called that due to their small size, generally around the size of, shockingly, a thumbnail. Interesting. I like that. Clever. So, the only conclusion is this. The defendant must have taken the longer route back to his lodgings. Yes, I suppose that he must have.
I suppose that must be right, eh?
Juror number 3, you said the following. The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop. But, my bud, we see now that he has no choice. Yes. My lord, Mr. Judge, sir, if I may.
Yes.
My name's first. Lady first. I don't think in good conscience that I could say the man's guilty now. Yes, I'd like to see this trial continue so we can get to the bottom of what really happened.
I'm glad that they use psychic powers.
To summon the
change
fire?
their symbol. To summon the fire and also change their black to white.
Oh yeah, that's right. What about you, sir?
Who, me? Well, all right then. If there's a hole in the prosecution's argument, it should have been filled in. That's what I say.
I mean, if there's a hole in the prosecution, it should be filled in anyway.
I'm sure he fills in many other holes.
Oh, well done, Mr. Naruhodo. That was wonderful.
Well, we've managed to change a couple of minds at least, and strengthen our position somewhat.
Yes, and will prompt the other members of the jury to reconsider their stance as well. They'll be asking themselves if their current leanings are really right or not.
Side note, I love the Gundam scarf. Wait, what? Where did I... Gundam scarf? Oh, okay, I know what you mean now. The color rolls. Yeah, feel free to grab yourself some rolls. For the color rolls, you have to do bot commands. But it should be, I think I wrote it pretty straightforward out. And I love rolls, so do I. My favorite roll is Maki roll. Just kidding, it's not, but that's a reference to Danganronpa. We should have put Detective Donut on the case then. Agent Double O Donut. With his fucking jetpack. Oh my god. His non-existent jetpack. And also don't forget to read the rules and grab the hacker rat roll in order to get, like, permission to see the self-promo channels and whatnot. Illuminati! They're delicious. Yes, sushi rolls are delicious. Now, if only... Why? Okay. If we could just identify one more clue or discrepancy that would make them stop doubting Mr. Natsume, we might be able to tip the balance completely. Yes, that's exactly what we've got to do. Von Zeeks is looking to bring this trial to an early conclusion. That's what we have to prevent, by whatever means we have at our disposal.
Thank you, Counsel, on the summation examination, please.
Yes, my lord. I think I have to put juror 4 and 2 together.
You want me to confirm?
Hold on, let me finish my thought process. So the poor woman was attacked from behind. Was she? How dreadful. And then she says, the woman in green cloth before his eyes. I need to press one of them, don't I?
Do you want me to confirm?
Yes.
None of these two are the ones that need to be pressed, I believe.
Can you confirm the confirm?
Yes, there's a different juror that needs to be pressed.
So not 2 or 4.
You have 1, 2, 4, and 6.
I think it should be 1.
2 and 4 don't need to be pressed.
I think it's 1.
Nope.
Oh, 6. Because he's like talking about bookshops and like we're not talking about that though.
I need to see what his logic behind this is.
Hold it!
Juror 6, my lord.
Sorry? Fold it, you say? Fold what?
Whoops, I guess Gumshoe's first name isn't allowed in chat. Gumshoe?
Oh, the D word. Got you.
Wait, no, it should be. I didn't get a mod message saying that it wasn't allowed.
I
It
also
should be.
didn't get it.
Huh?
I said I also didn't see it. Like, usually it pops up and then it usually gets, like, taken, like,
Well,
from
no.
the bots.
I know I'm allowed because I'm mod
Let me
of all
see, I'm gonna type
mods. But
This message wasn't posted due to conflicts with the channel's moderation settings.
I have it like loosely. What? Okay.
Apparently I can't post it.
Okay. I'm gonna go manhandle. Fucking. What bot do I use? Streamlabs. Go manhandle Streamlabs later and be like, what the fuck you doing to my stream, bud?
There you go, you just can't put the D.
Ick, Gumshoe. That's what happened to me. Thanos bot strikes again, but it didn't delete anybody though. That's the funny part. It's just like, oh hey, this word isn't allowed. Dick. Not allowed.
Do we all swear now? No, this is it's character's name. Some people have that name.
I mean, swearing is allowed, but I can't promise that Streamlabs is not gonna kill you. Do we all swear? Bach. Bick Gumshoe. Gick Dumbshoe. Just reverse it. Just wanted to make an innuendo with filling prosecution holes in Bick Gumshoe.
We all know how that shit between Edgeworth and Gumshoe goes. It's not canon because everyone wants him with Phoenix.
Looks like it's Twitch moderation tool kicking, not Streamlabs. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's
So I'm gonna
Twitch,
go
it's
fight
not you.
Twitch then. Alright, that's what it is.
I don't think you're gonna win, I'm gonna be honest. Even Pokimane couldn't win against that one.
Y'all can't see what I'm writing on my board here, but I put dick not allowed question mark and then underneath it Twitch question mark? Dickard?
Hold on.
I've had a bot time me out for saying hi. Oh my god, what? What? Dickard. Dickard. Oh my god. I hate it. Thanks, I hate it.
It still counts.
No, what I said was, hold it! What I wanted to ask was, do you visit your books often?
I like the old books they have in there, yes. I enjoy reading them over a nice cup of old tea.
Dick very hard. Hold on, I gotta fix this now, because y'all are gonna... I'm pretty sure I know what setting is broken. PP hard Y. Alright. Moderation. Okay.
Sorry, I keep waiting to make jokes about this. You can have censor, but they're way past censor.
Oh fuck, they changed how they do their thing now. Interesting.
We can always change it later.
True, I'm just, Lord Dick comes. She goes, look, y'all are doing this!
It's because we find it funny, because we're all children.
Twitch doesn't like the penis. The pen is. Yeah, it doesn't like the pen is. Playing a game with a tank called Bicker Max. Real tank, actually. And in the game chat tried to ban me when I typed it. Oh my god. What?
I really want to test it, but I also don't want to get banned.
That's my daily routine, you see. Same thing every day, including the day we're here all talking about.
It's a meme now. Embrace the meme. I am not going to embrace the meme. This is the one meme I don't want on my channel. Pen 15 detective. And at what time did you visit your books on the day in question?
Well, I was picking out books in there all afternoon, and it would have been just before 5 that I left. That's my daily routine, you see. Same thing every day, including the day you're all talking about.
Just before 5, you say, exactly when the victim was attacked. Are you sure about that time?
Oh yes, no mistake there. I remember it well. I'm not about to forget that day in a hurry. Not after the dreadful time I had.
What do you mean?
Well, I was walking down Calabash Road when I slipped on the ice and bumped my head. Yeah, it's always worse after the snow stopped falling. That's when it's most slippery. Knocked myself clean out, I did. I really thought my number was up.
And he's also wearing a green coat. Maybe... Maybe Natsume confused them.
Maybe.
Natsume saw juror number 6 go down, fled thinking something happened, and then it wasn't the actual person that died, or almost died.
Maybe he actually wasn't the person that he saw fall down and get hurt. Maybe it was actually this guy and it just so happened to be a big coincidence.
Yeah, because they're both wearing green coats. So. He's lucky to be alive, honestly, yeah. Welcome to Aaron Gray's stream where you are not allowed to say, user has been banned. Oh no. No ban me, please. Oh, well, sleep is for the weak and I'm weak, meaning it's 2:30 a.m. so I'm off. And yeah, if something needs to get fixed, changed, etc., feel free to DM me back, I guess. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you so much. And, well, I appreciate everyone in chat. But thank you, Adrian. I hope you sleep well, and I will see you around shortly. Bye-bye, Adrian. Bye-bye. Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Objection, Your Honor. My client is guilty. That is all. This happened on Calabash Road?
That's right, I live in Corn Pipe, you see. It's a literal pipe made out of corn, and I live in a place there.
I also eat some of it, but that's probably not a good idea. Heading down Calabash Road is the quickest way for me to get back from your books.
Juror number 6, I must insist that you add
I
the
once found a
information.
nudie bag there.
What?
I once found a nudie bag there.
No, we don't like that. That you add the information to your formal statement. It may very well be extremely significant.
Sorry. Extremely sick. No, I'm quite alright now. I mean, I may have liked the nudie bag, but that doesn't
This
make
is
me
the
sick.
face of pain. This is the actual face of pain. Objection, Your Honor. The jury is high.
I'm not high. I just like the nudie bag.
You've changed 2 of the jurors' minds, Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, just 2 more to go. Deliver the finishing blow now. It's time to turn the tables here. Oh, wow. How the turntables. I wish I knew how to do a Susato takedown. I suppose words will have to suffice for now.
So do you get what you
I
have
think
to do?
so, yeah. We have to pit 2 with 6.
Objection.
Those 2 statements clearly show a flaw in the juror's reasoning.
A flaw? What are you talking about, counsel?
Well, juror number 2, juror number 6.
My, whatever do you mean, sir?
What? I was just thinking of the nudie bag.
I think perhaps the old man didn't hear you. Unbelievable. It's not like I was loud or anything. There's at least one fact of which we can be sure here. The bookshop receipt found in the defendant's room clearly indicates that on the day of the attack, he had been to your books and purchased a number of second-hand titles. He then returned home on foot. Objection to your objection!
But the man says he has no recollection of his return journey.
That's correct. But what he does remember seeing someone appear in front of him on the way. Someone in a green overcoat who suddenly collapsed on the pavement before his eyes.
Yes, we were all aware. We are well aware of this. The poor young woman who was stabbed, obviously.
Objection.
Can we be really sure of that, madam?
My, whatever do you mean?
I'm sure you heard yours, number 6's account of what happened to him that day. That same afternoon, there was somebody else apart from the victim, who was wearing a green overcoat and who fell over on the icy streets in the neighborhood.
Oh my!
Juror number 1 does not like this.
What?
My goodness, you mean... That's right. I'm referring to, of course, to the hard of hearing juror number 6.
Are you really suggesting that the person in the green overcoat whom the defendant saw collapse in front of his eyes was the jolly old gentleman on the end of the bench here with me today?
That is entirely possible, yes. After all, the old man has a somewhat similar build to the victim.
Well, look at that.
My goodness me!
Sorry, you need to pee.
No, not yet. And crucially, we know precisely where the old man in the green overcoat fell.
On Calabash Road.
Therefore, if the person who Mr. Natsume was collapsing in front of him was in fact juror number 6, it means the defendant must have taken the long route back to his lodgings. And if that's true, then clearly the crime scene on Briar Road where the woman was stabbed was not on his way home.
Oh my!
You idiot old man, you hadn't been so daft as to be rolling around there. We'd have boxed this off hours ago.
And really, what were you thinking wearing such a befuddling coat?
What did you say to me?
Oh god, you're cracking the
To walk the street these days? Is it a crime to slip over on the ice?
God, you just cracked the sound system there, my guy.
Oh, I did?
Yeah, you cracked out a little bit.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
I was getting into character.
It's
Is it
okay.
a crime to keep up with the latest styles and wear a beautiful green overcoat, is it?
My lord, I do hope it won't cause any inconvenience, but
You'd like to change your leaning, I presume.
I do declare that I would. I should like to call for a verdict of not guilty. Thank you.
And I would too.
What? Naruhodo's not even fucking thankful. He's shocked. Like, excuse me, what? Sir? Why? Wait, they're all in on it, Judge.
Is it a crime to change your mind, is it? Well, fuck you. I'm declaring innocent.
Wow, I love pyrotechnics in my courtroom.
Well, that summation examination has concluded with a rather large shift in opinion. The ayes 2, the noes 4, and so the noes have it. Not guilty, they say. Which means we no longer have a consensus among the members of the jury. The trial will continue.
Objection!
Oh, look, now he sips the wine.
Refreshing.
He needs to get drunk because of this.
Could it
We're the
seem-
reason he drinks.
Could it seem so girlish of me to drink from my hollow chalice moments after raising an objection? Only to crush it in disgust. Pray forgive the discourtesy.
God, he's so posh. He's such a vampire and such daddy, and we love him greatly. I would like him to step on me. I have to say this before.
I have the heels for it.
I have to say this feels better than the judge constantly being, I declare guilt. Objection! Fine, one more chance. Yeah, but we do miss shenanigans of Phoenix Wright's judge. I see where you're going with
one more
this.
game with me.
I see where you're
If we don't
going
tell-
with this. Where are we going? Do I need to pack a suitcase?
We still have plenty of games with Phoenix's Righteous Judge.
Oh my god, yes. I'm so excited. I need to play these games still. Oh, I highly recommend Prime Lord. They're so...
Bam hammer daddy ooh woo.
Jesus Christ.
Ooh woo.
Wait, hold on.
Ooh woo.
Wait, I'm not doing it right. Fuck.
Ooh woo.
Oh wait, it just sounds different because I'm wearing my headphones instead.
Probably.
I have the
You sound
trilogy
like you're doing it.
downloaded. Ooh, I highly recommend. It's such a good game. Such a good series. Like, it's just like, some of the translation stuff just makes it better.
You should play up until the end of second game, so then you can just experience the third one with us.
Yeah. What if he wants to play it for himself?
And he can't do that. I was making a suggestion. I'm not saying he can't, I'm just saying that's what he should do.
Lord Van Zeeks?
It seems I must retract my earlier remark.
What do you mean?
I mistakenly credited these jurors with intelligence by describing them as insightful.
Oh, so he's gonna... he's gonna, like, shit on the jurors now? Okay, that's a good idea.
Yet we have just witnessed them falling for a cheap trick performed by Eastern entertainer.
I don't like that.
Whatever do you mean?
I haven't tricked anyone. Everything I've said is the truth.
Indeed, stalwart juror number 5 was undoubtedly repairing the road as he claims. Figure that it was good 2 yards of the pavement which you have excavated, sir? That's right, it took me the whole day and they paid me a measly 2p for it. Now, my learned upon his friend, tell me.
Zeeks, don't be a Karen. He's gonna be a Karen.
Do you have any notion of the distance that 2 yards represents?
Well, if I'm honest, I don't have a clue, no. He probably thinks it's like 2 miles or something.
2 yards is a little less than 2 meters. Less than 2 meters? That's not much at all.
In other words, a distance readily vaulted by anyone of moderate vigor. Would you not agree, my stalwart friend? Eh? Me? Well, I can't say you're wrong, no.
What?
And did you perchance erect a sign to prevent pedestrians from passing the site of your works? I wouldn't dream of it. What a waste of time. No coaches would have had a hope passing anyway, and we just turn any gentlefolk back when they come. Kids just jump right over us all the time. The accused is no gentleman as far as I can see.
This is why the metric system is superior. Oh, because they were using yards, and that's US specific. Why aren't they using meters? Britain, what are you doing? Okay, whatever. It's fine.
I have little doubt, however, that he could spring over a 2-yard trench in his meanderings around town.
Except for Celsius. Celsius sucks. Yeah.
Ah. Is that true? Is it?
The incontrovertible truth is that the books just purchased by the accused were found at the scene. There can be no doubt that on his way back to his lodging, Mr. Natsume walked down Briar Road.
Ugh, crushed in a single sentence. Excuse me.
An old man. Old man? You can talk? You say that at 5 o'clock on the day in question you slipped and fell on Calabash Road. Pray, was there a suspicious-looking opponent behind you at the time? Oh, I'm doing the wrong voice. I can't say I remember.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, you're doing the wrong voice for him, but, like, I thought you're doing the southern accent because, he was mad or whatever, or surprised.
No, I was just doing it because it's hard to switch sometimes immediately.
Yards is British originally. There's a good reason. It's the imperial system. Gotcha. You don't remember?
How about a wager, my learned friend? You say it is this old man that the accused saw. But I would lay 1,000 to 1 against you being able to prove it.
Ah.
Order! Order! Lord Von Zeeks, explain yourself. My lord? If you have such a trenchant argument up your sleeve, why in the world did you not proffer it during the summation examination?
Because we had to push the fucking game along. That's why.
Because I don't think the prosecution can interrupt during that.
Yeah.
I wanted to give this young foreign student a sightseeing experience he no doubt came for.
Oh, look, he cares to some extent, even if it's like only like 2%.
I wanted him on his knees in front of me, just thinking he was about to get up, only for me to push him back down. I wanted him to see for himself how the opinion of the jury is so readily swayed.
Ugh.
But my hospitality has its limits, and they have been reached, I feel.
Oh, yes, the cape is off.
So, my learned friend, today's sightseeing tour of London is now over.
We know it's real when the cape is off. What are you talking about?
My lord.
Okay, I love Vampire Daddy. So do I. I love him greatly, especially for this one sprite that he has. It's It's so good, and I really hope he does it. Also, this point is very gay, queer-esque, and I love it.
The prosecution requests permission to call its next witnesses to the stand. Granted. Bailiff, bring forth the witnesses. Now I have to get up. God damn it.
God damn it. It's next witnesses?
Mr. Naruhodo, do you not remember? We've been told on several occasions that there were eyewitnesses to the incident.
Yes, I remember. One of them being a Scotland Yard policeman, no less.
Yes! We're gonna get to see them.
In the flesh.
I'm afraid that's likely to be the prosecution's next witness.
Alright, no matter who Van Zieks brings to the stand as his witnesses, and no matter what they say, I believe it's Soseki-san. I know he's innocent, and I'll keep believing to the very end, until this battle is over. And we're gonna see a to be continued scene, because this is gonna lead into trial part 2. Yay. How many parts do
We're
this
not
trial?
finished with trial
Oh,
part 1. There he is!
they're cute. Oh my god.
They're fucking adorable.
Witnesses, please state your names and occupations for the court.
Look at him. That's the bailiff.
Baby.
Look, he's so adorable.
Baby. Oh my god.
She is also cute.
She is also very... Is he chewing on his helmet strap?
I think so.
Oh my god, I love that. Yeah, he is. Oh my god, this is so good. Are they boyfriend? Oh my god, they're wearing the same scarf. They're definitely boyfriend-girlfriend.
Constable Rowley Bates, sir. Nothing to report on the street, sir.
I love it. Or maybe they're brother-sister, because they have like similar eyes, but still.
Maybe.
Oh,
Let
you
me
sure?
look.
Is her name gonna be Polly?
No.
Damn.
Oh, they are. They actually are related.
I don't know how to voice her. Because I don't want to make her the same as the jurors.
Can you do a child voice?
How young is she supposed to be?
I think she's like, well, let me look.
I know eventually we'll get it in the court record, but I don't think we have it yet.
It tells me they're like the people here.
Oh wait, she's 21.
Oh, never fucking mind.
He's
She does not look
23.
20. How are they in their 20s?
Oh, they're husband and wife. Oh, that's
What?
cute.
They do not look like they're in their 20s.
I'm gonna voice her as a child anyway.
Oh my god, what the fuck? They
And
are
also,
not 20.
Barak Van Zieks over here really being 32. Cause I'm feeling 32.
How the hell is this guy 20 fucking 3?
I wish I looked that good in my 20s. They just age
Fucking hell,
They just
dude.
age slowly in England, I guess.
Did they add on 10 years? I thought he was 13.
My god. She looks 14, what? Or should I look the... yeah.
And I'm Miss Beat. Patricia's my name. I'm proud to say I'm this Youngstown hero's wife.
They're a perfect match for each other. Oh my god, I love them dearly. What's the story here?
Well, in truth, we've been not married long. In fact, we celebrated our first anniversary only the other day.
Oh, how cute. They're wearing the same scarf. I'm pretty sure
They
it's
are.
connected. And her bow matches the oh god, this is adorable. Wow, I love them. No, it was your husband I was asking about. He seems tired. Haha, beat because Bobby's patrol a beat.
Hardly surprising. Whilst being an honorable occupation, patrolling the beat is the most demanding work in the world.
Yeah, combat. Oh, really? I'm sure I've heard that before, actually.
Indeed, apart from rare days off, our gallant officers trudge to some 20 miles a day, you know. They patrol boarding houses and pub, collecting taxes, survey the streets, check that meters are reading true. And they're responsible for keeping the streets clean and lighting and extinguishing our street lights.
There are a number of items on that list that don't sound much like policing duties at all.
I wouldn't just be falling asleep on my feet, I'd have collapsed long ago.
But it goes without saying that the policeman's primary duty is to apprehension of criminals.
Suck it, Venzeeks, I said it first. Wait, phrasing! I was gonna say that he would make you suck it.
I'm pretty sure you would be the one on your knees. Even when he's off duty, a constable is expected to investigate and resolve any crimes on his beat. For the London Bobby is the man of honor.
And a man of slumber.
On the day in question, this man and his wife were walking down Briar Road in the opposite direction. And they witnessed the incident as it occurred. Is that not correct, Mr. and Mrs. Beat? Hopefully you don't have domestic disputes.
That's right, sir. Isn't it, Rolly?
What's the morality beat, sir? Nothing to report on the streets, sir.
Oh my god. What a great witness he's going to be.
Very good. I'd like to hear your formal testimonies now, please. You will tell the court exactly what you saw on the afternoon of the incident.
Yes, sir.
Same.
It was our wedding anniversary and Rolly was taking me out for a meal. There was no time to change after work. Anyway, two silhouettes appeared out of the fog on the pavement in front of us. All of a sudden, one of them just collapsed on the floor, and the other scattered something before running off. We ran straight over, of course, and then went for help at the nearby police box. It was definitely that Japanese man in the dock. Rolly and I both saw him as clear as day.
But it was foggy. How would you see if it was foggy? Do you have night vision or something? Or like do you have a Pokemon that knows defog or something?
Eyes are way too fucking cute.
Yeah, she's precious.
Well, this is extremely compelling testimony, I must say.
And of course, like, the wife is doing all the talking.
I think the other one's having a bit of issue on sleeping.
Yeah, I feel... She's part vampire, obviously. Is she a starry-eyed bride? Is that the joke with her eyes? Wait, what does a starry-eyed bride mean?
I was supposed to be rose, like, tinted.
Rose-tinted glasses. Rose-colored glasses, yeah. That means you just see the world, like...
You see the world in a... Well, mostly people refer to it when people are looking into the past, saying that it's better than the current, whenever it really hasn't changed all too much.
Yeah. Yeah, I just know it from a fucking Katy Perry song. The expression, at least.
22.
That's Taylor Swift, my guy.
I don't know, I'm just thinking of it, because you said that.
Oh, true.
'Cause he's feeling 32.
I think it's similar, but for the future. Got it.
Oh, because the starry-eyed bride basically thinks it's going to be perfect, and then domestic abuse happens?
That's probably in a Taylor Swift song, to be honest. Probably. Ooh, it really stoned us out. It's like collecting on my balcony railing. Ooh. It's supposed to snow all day tomorrow. I'm so excited. Rose-tinted glasses, the nostalgia we feel. Ah! Naively enthusiastic or idealistic, failing to recognize the practical realities of a situation, starry-eyed romantics. Gotcha.
Oh, so it's like those stories where people say everything's, like, good after the romance and marriage happens?
Everything's perfect. Like, they don't,
but then
they fail
never,
to see, like, the flaws.
They never, like, actually have any problems in the marriage like most people do.
Like, they pretend they don't see it. That doesn't exist.
Remember, guys, love at first sight is totally a thing, and if you find someone you like instantly, you should never try to, like, know the person. You should just instantly marry them. I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
Oh dear, this policeman and his wife are claiming to have positively identified Mr. Natsumi at the scene.
I don't know what you're talking about. The policeman hasn't said shit.
But wait, if they positively identified him at the scene, then they wouldn't have needed Sholmes to figure out who did it.
That is very true. Oh wait, maybe they identified him, but they had to get Sholmes to find out where he was.
Or where he went. Well, they could have, didn't they? Okay, yeah, because it's not like technology
like
today.
they knew where he lived.
Yeah, yeah, understandable. Okay, we'll do what, Combat Butler? What? What did I say? Oh no.
I think he's talking about the whole, like, whenever I said marry someone you have at the first sight.
Oh, gotcha.
The alternative course of events that you established in the summation examination will be quashed.
It is death. It's death kneel, in fact.
Nell.
I know what I said.
I said what I said.
Because that alternative was never viable in the first place.
Follow granted rights. Alright, Ryan, I know we've only been dating for like 5 months, but will you marry me?
That's 5 months too long.
5 months too long, you say?
Funnily enough, my cousin actually dated his girlfriend for 3 years before his parents told him that he really needs to figure out if he wants to marry her or not.
Wow.
Just so you know, that his younger brother had dated his girlfriend for only 1 year before he proposed marriage to her.
I know so many people getting married or proposing.
I mean, there's a bit of sad news.
Hey.
There's a bit of sad news in regards to that 3 years marriage I was telling you about, but I'm not going to say why on stream.
Alright.
What an unfortunate what the fuck is this word? What the fuck am I saying? Bechancing?
Bechancing.
Bechancing.
I think it's
Did
another
I pull
word
out
for
a fucking
coincidence.
dictionary for this one?
Yeah, I think that's another word for coincidence.
God damn, why didn't I just say that? What an unfortunate bechancing, and
'Cause
on
we
your
already
wedding anniversary, too.
Because we've already said it one too many times in this trial so far. That's not long enough for most couples, in my opinion. Yeah. Oh, there's no one in this world that can handle my passion.
Oh, I know. But I still managed to go out for the evening with my man. I thank the Lord for that. Gosh, the life of a loving Bobby sounds very hard indeed.
Indeed. However, this cross-examination will be over in minutes. You may well have time to rest this afternoon.
What do you mean by that?
My learned friend, the witnesses saw the face of the man fleeing the scene. They are testifying under oath that it was without doubt the accused, Mr. Sosaki Natsume. And one of these witnesses is a policeman, no less. You can appreciate the gravity of the situation, I'm sure.
Except that the man's so tired, his wife has to do all the talking.
Enough preamble. Counsel for the defense, commence the cross-examination, please.
Yes, my lord. Okay. I feel like we need to press on this statement.
Do you want me to make sure?
Give me guidance, yes. That laugh has me nervous.
You have to press statements 1 through 5.
Oh, good.
And then we begin the presenting.
Oh, great. Okay. No time to change after work, you say? Are you also a member of the police, Miss Beat?
Oh no, sadly not. It's a job for strapping young men only. Women, children, the elderly can't even apply. 'Cause we're sexist in ye old Britain. In ye old world. And still a little sexist today.
Well, I think you could properly see why children and the elderly can't do the job, can't you?
I think Rolly looks ever so handsome in his uniform. It suits you down the ground, doesn't it, darling?
What? I just finished my beat. Pat and I were heading back to the station. I was actually planning on getting changed there.
Is he talking in his sleep?
This is creepy.
Oh no, Rolly, I much prefer you in uniform. Sometimes I don't recognize you when I see you in plain clothes. Oh dear, that doesn't seem healthy.
That's one way to put it, Sasato.
I led here to the point you were going for a meal after you had finished your beat for the day, correct? That's right, sir. Yes. Was fit to drop, to be honest, after spending the whole day on my feet. But policing is my life, sir. As long as I'm the proud owner of this, I'll serve my city and my queen to the end.
What's that now?
My warrant card, sir, proof that I'm a London copper. It was noble founding principles of the police, of the force written on it as a reminder to all us policemen of our sworn duty.
Bobbies are named after Sir Robert Peel, a very important guy in the early mid-1800s in England. Helped reform the police system, if I recall, got started on revamping the sewer systems of London, and a few other things. Unfortunately, a few bad things too, like his not great response to the Irish potato famine.
To be fair, everyone's response to the Irish potato famine was pretty bad. The guy that actually wanted to send help, I think, in some fashion, actually got taken out of it because the people that opposed him used it as a political way to basically get him ousted. But
Wow.
talking about London politics is a fucking, like, rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
All the streets of London town and uphold the peace of the common man.
Yeah, that was Peel.
Sir, and for such a noble cause I cover 20 miles every single day without fail, and without a grumble. Mostly because I'm fucking slipping. Because I know that the prodding of my boots is all Londoners need to hear to feel safe and secure. Just look at my face. I apprehend criminals every day looking like this.
I mean, if I were to get arrested by him, I don't think I'd be mad.
The question is would you fight him?
I'd fight him.
Because the idea is like whenever someone's arresting you in this ye old time, you could technically fight and possibly get away with it.
We should do a tier list of the Ace Attorney games of like who could you take in a fight.
Who could you take in a fight? I probably couldn't take Gumshoe. I could outsmart Gumshoe, but if I was straight up just me fighting him one-on-one, he'd probably kick my ass.
Yeah. So fighting crime doesn't appear to come into it then.
Sir, just on that one particular day, I was looking forward to celebrating my wedding anniversary.
Interestingly, even native groups and slaves in the USA donated funds to help despite the harsh circumstances. The Cherokee had just been on the Trail of Tears a few years before. Wow, interesting.
I've never heard of the native groups and slaves doing it. I do know quite a bit of the Irish and other immigrants from the US did in fact send aid. I've never heard of the native groups and slaves though. That is a new thing for me.
Oh please, Grant, if you could take old Gummy. He's like, they're gonna throw a punch and somehow hit him, so... Gumshoe is confused.
He tries to hit me,
Gumshoe hurts himself in his confusion.
That's what I mean. I think I could outsmart him, but like if he's straight up fighting me one-on-one with no like other issues, I think he probably could beat me.
Yeah, I think I would be able to take Phoenix, though.
I don't know. I don't think I could take Edgeworth either, because he's both smart and I think he has a good, like, physique.
Oh yeah, I could definitely not take Edgeworth.
I could take him on Von Karma, as long as he doesn't taser me.
Which Von Karma?
The old man.
Oh yeah, with his bum
I think
shoulder.
I think I could honestly.
Mia
I think I have enough of a a pain tolerance that I think I could handle whipping before I grabbed her whip. Honestly, the other Von Karma. I think I have enough of a pain tolerance.
Gumshoe knows martial arts though. As a detective police officer, he has to. I mean, this is
This
also
is
Japanifornia.
though. Maybe that's why he's taking some of his
Japanifornia.
money's taken out of it because he doesn't know the martial arts.
Yeah, maybe that's why he's gonna be working for Phoenix Wright Law Offices. paying him with a ramen.
God, I wonder what his pay is in the third game.
God, we'll have to find out.
How long has he been on the force, even?
We don't know.
Miss B, what's up with not being married to a bobby like me? I want to show my dear wife how much I care.
Oh, they're cute. They're so cute.
Oh, Pat.
Oh, Rolly. Oh, what a charming couple. Their young love is such a joy to behold. Naruhodo, why don't we become a couple?
Your boyfriend's dead after all.
Yeah, really. If a little over the top, perhaps?
And then, kindly describe what happened next. God, I hate seeing young love. Reminds me of my days with my wife.
What?
Miss
Judge, where
Oldbag.
is your wife?
He's at home, reading a book, like usual.
Two silhouettes appeared in the fog. Here, press.
Probably yelling at the maid.
Two silhouettes?
That's right. They were coming towards us, walking up Briar Road in the opposite direction.
This is ominous. This is definitely not terrifying to look at. Not at all.
Mr. Slender Man meets Mr. Fat Man.
I don't like this. Not Slender Man, no.
There's a rather plump figure, followed by a scrawny, thin-looking man.
Stop assuming gender by silhouettes. That's very not kosher of you.
That does sound exactly like the victim as pictured in this print, and like Mr. Natsume.
Yes, unfortunately it does.
And you're certain that at that time there was nobody else nearby.
Jekyll, Hyde, and guess.
Oh yes, quite certain. It was dark, but there are streetlights on Briar Road, you see. There's nobody else around at all. Isn't that right, my darling?
Fuck! You keep strangling me. What? Oh yes, that's right. Of course, there was a light fog on the ground. The Briar Road is dead straight, and you can see a clearly long way down the pavement. And then there's the street lighting as well. I didn't see any other pedestrians.
Before sleep takes a firm hold, your answer, please, Mr. Beat. Are you quite sure of what you just said?
Yes, sir! As a couple who spends all day every day keeping watch on the streets, I'd swear to it, sir. I'm as sure as my love for Patricia is true. Oh, Pat.
Oh, Rolly.
They're still maintaining there was no one else around than the victim and the attacker. Hey, Anthony! How's it going? I'm good. How are you? We're just enjoying some great Ace Attorney. Not just Ace Attorney.
Enjoying my
great
child
Ace
voice for this person.
Yes, it's fantastic.
Uh-huh.
And I'm watching the snow coming through my balcony, which
Kinda
is
jealous.
through my kitchen. So it's like all the way over there. So it's very nice. How are you doing on this wonderful Sunday evening? And thank you for the lurk, Prime Lord. Bring back some food when you come back. Why are you lurking? Okay, Grant, thanks for the lurk. Bring some food when you come back, please.
I got cheese dip. Do you want that?
No, thank you. I'm good.
Starting to seem that must be how it really happened. It's beginning to seem like there's nowhere to run.
Well, that didn't stop Mr. Natsume, didn't he? He fled the scene all too convincingly.
I believe we have a reasonably clear idea of the situation just before the incident now. What happened in the crucial moments that followed?
Hold it!
Scattered something. What do you mean by that?
Oh, well. I couldn't quite make out what it was at the time, but then we got closer, we realized what it was. Didn't we, darling?
Fucking bitch! What? Yes, that's right. It was some old books.
I see, old books.
Yes, sir! The culprit had dropped a number of them all around the victim lay on the pavement.
I hope you had a good weekend. Yeah, my weekend was really good. Except for my car yelling at me for my tire pressure being too low. Too low, in quotes, when the low... I checked the gauge today, and the gauge, like, they were all in, like, the 20s, so, like, it's not great, but it's not, like, what I thought it was saying. So, or what I thought it was gonna be. The lowest one was, like, 20. Or was 20 PSI, because then I upped them to be higher. And I still have the tire pressure maintenance system, like, in my dash, and I'm like, go away. You don't need to exist anymore. Just go away. Stop it. I want this. Just stop. But no, I'm doing great. Grant, how was your weekend?
My weekend has been okay. We didn't do my usual Call of Cthulhu session on Saturday, but we did do a little bit of D&D.
Ooh.
I visited with some friends on Friday. I spent some time with my parents. We did a little bit of a celebration for my mother and my own birthday.
Oh, that's right, because your birthday was last week, and I played the recorder
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, and it was my mother's birthday last Friday, so we decided to celebrate. We went out to eat, and the only issue is COVID is finally catching up to my town. So the schools have been shut down. My sister has COVID, stuff like that. But other than that, we're doing pretty okay.
Yeah. Yeah, my university, like, there's another university within our school system that it's like, yeah, we're doing the first couple weeks online, and then our university is like, yeah, here's the quarantine protocols. We'll see you in person in a week. And we're like, bruh, what are you doing? Stop it. Yeah, we're pretty sure that we're gonna be forced to go in person, whether we like it or not, unless if the governor is like, you need to stop behaving like idiots. But we'll see. We'll really see. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I hope your sister gets better soon and good health for the rest of your family.
Thank you. I hope so too. I think she'll be fine. My only concern is that she lives with my mom and dad. She has a separate sort of like building that she's in, but she's on the same property. And my grandmother lives with them, so that's my only real concern with that.
Yeah. As long as she
But
stays quarantined, she should be, like, isolated
Yes,
in her
my
own
mom is
bubble.
doing a good job by telling her to just maintain quarantine, and that's what
Good.
she's doing.
Yeah.
That was my own concern, though, for that, because everyone in my family has gotten vaccinated and stuff like that.
Yeah, my supervisor, like, she has a 3-year-old son, so he's in daycare, and someone at the daycare, I think, was exposed to COVID. So all the kids were, like, since they all play together, even with masks on, like, they were all technically exposed to the exposee. So when she picked him up 2 Fridays ago, then came Monday, and she was, like, not in the office because, like, they all got the flu. Like they all like her and her husband tested negative for COVID, and then like she tested positive for COVID or something like that. So yeah, we'll see if she'll be in this week or not. I'm not sure. But it's like going around like the flu. It's gifting 1 tier sub to Aaron Grace. Oh, cool! I love how it shows up so large. That's great. It's really eye-catching on my screen. It's their first gift. Thank you for the gift tier sub! Woohoo! Yay! I'll have to tell Ash that you gifted a sub. Wait, let me message Ash right now, because Ash might actually be... Oh god, I have so many live notifications. What is happening? Who added... Oh, okay. Let me message Ash right now.
You just wanted to have that big old golden present next to you, didn't you? Yes.
Out of contact, it shows up low. Let me put that in the quote bin. Hold on, wait a second.
I think Diana has had the same issue where sometimes she says things out of context. I've done the same thing, honestly, so. I think Diana's was like, wow, it's so big.
Same.
I was like, damn it, Jen. Or
Yay, thank you
Diana.
for the gift sub. I really, really do appreciate it. Oh, and you redeemed the Music Man. Oh god. What song have I had stuck in my head? Because
It's
it's
the
usually,
Magic Man.
because the Music Man is a song that I usually have stuck in my head. Oh, here's one I got stuck in my head. Cause like, okay, so I'm on Hover, which is the streamers version of TikTok, and I recommend everyone to join. It's so great. It's a place for people to post clips and whatnot, and find new streamers and whatnot. I've met some great, fantastic people through it. And I was scrolling through a couple of people's videos, and they used, I think it's the theme song from Gen 4 of Pokemon for the anime, and they were using it to show off, like, their team for, like, oh, this is who I fought the Elite Four with, or this is who I'm going to fight the Elite Four with. So I had, like, part of it, like, stuck in my head. Let me... I'm gonna move the mic away just in case if this picks up my voice more than it should. Sometimes it's hard to know which way you're supposed to go, but deep inside, you know you're strong. If you follow your heart, you can't be wrong. Stand up for what is right, be brave, get ready to fight, hold on. We're friends for life. You don't want to die on the words. Keep the best that we've begun. Pokemon. Yeah, and there's like a second Galactic Battles theme. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I knew it was from Gen 4. I just couldn't remember. But yeah, thank you for the redeem. That was fun. It was that was my jam back when I got into Pokemon, and now I need to go find that back on Spotify so I can learn the entire thing. We don't talk about Bruno, no. We don't talk about Bruno, but it was my wedding day. It was our wedding day, not a cloud in the sky. What? I'm assuming those are lyrics. Lyrics to a song I've never heard of. I'm so sorry. I call myself a musician.
Ah, I'm at my 500 character limit for this. Damn it. Well, now I'm not.
Oh god. I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. Do.
To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Teach Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Pokemon, gotta catch them all. Yeah, I'm not gonna sing the rest of that.
You and me. I know it's my destiny.
Pokemon.
Oh, it's my best friend. Anyways, I just wanted to post that for meme's sake.
You're good, you're good.
Yes, Lee-Manuel Miranda, the guy that also voiced Hamilton in the musical Hamilton, did the songs for that.
Oh wow, I did not know that. I have not seen Encanto. I do not have a Disney Plus.
And
I am broke.
do. I watched it. It's actually pretty good.
From the advertisements I've seen, it looks pretty good. It's like a really cool concept.
It's surprising how good it is because I'm not used to Disney music being good anymore.
Oh, that is shade. Hi, Soupy. Welcome to stream. Thank you for being here and existing.
Well, hey, maybe Soupy will actually be happy with my opinion that I liked Encanto.
The movie made me cry. My little sister in my fraternity made me watch Coco because she was like, I
I've not
want a
seen
big
Coco.
little date night. And I'm like, all right, come over. I'll make us chicken with mushrooms, and then you can force me to watch whatever movie you want me to watch. She's like, I'm making you watch Coco. And I'm like, fine, whatever. I'm fine with it. And then I cried, obviously, because it was, I have the power. The Johto Journeys theme was the best Pokemon anime theme. I will hear no arguments. All right, that's fair. I'm not going to argue with you because I don't remember what it sounds like. My favorite of the movie openings for music was Lucario and the Mystery of Mew with the battle montage and the song that plays over it. Chef's kiss. So good, and I'm going to relearn those lyrics. Also, Disney music is always good. Shove that opinion up your ass. I'm gonna argue with that. It's not that.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Some of
does
it
that
is
include the
not
live
good.
action?
The live
If
action's
we're talking
a little
about early,
sus.
early Renaissance Disney, then I'll agree with you. But if we're talking about later live action,
Live action what?
yeah,
I
live
can't,
action
Soupy, I
Disney.
can't tell if you're being like sarcastic. You're like, we don't know the live action. We don't
By
talk
the way,
about the live
things like
action.
Coco and Encanto are usually made by from what I understand,
Isn't it Pixar?
is usually made from Pixar. Which, if we're saying Pixar, then yeah, I won't disagree. Pixar does really, really good work.
Mm-hmm.
But to say every Disney song is good,
There is no live
There is
action.
no live action. all right, Soupy, I see how it is. We're playing by your own rules. I didn't realize this.
In my good Discord, this is not Discord. What is this?
This
YouTube?
is
Tumblr?
This is
OnlyFans?
Twitch.
Twitch?
Gray, do you know where you are right now?
No, I don't. I am having a
You wanna-
fever dream. That is what's happening.
Do you want to get your opinion out there and then continue the game?
I'm just making sure I read all the comments. Encanto
Okay.
made me almost cry, and I never cried in movies. Listen, I am the biggest crybaby ever to exist. I cried 3 times during the entirety of Interstellar. Alright? I wish I could tell you the exact times that I cried during the movie, but I cried 3 times. It was a sad day. It was a very sad day, but it's a fantastic movie. Highly recommend if you have not seen it. I will cry to literally everything. So I made Ryan watch with me the first season of Stranger Things. And I know every twist and turn that happens in the Stranger Things universe. And I sobbed. I don't even know what happened. It got to the end of the last episode of season 1 and I cried. And I'm sitting there trying not to alert Ryan that I'm crying. And I'm I sniffed and he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I don't know why I'm crying. I know what happens. I knew this was gonna happen the entire time, but I just feel so emotional. That's what it sounds like. Okay. Interesting. Alright, Alright, I guess chat is just gonna be about Pokemon theme songs now. Alright, we're gonna continue. Oh, Aaron needs hug. Aaron does not need a hug. Aaron needs more hot chalky. But I should not have more hot chalky because it's kind of 9:30 at night. Alright. We're moving on.
Indeed, as clearly pictured in this photographic print.
That rotten Japanese man did that when he did hit the D.
Hold it!
Let's not forget that it remains to be established that the defendant was indeed the attacker.
Saw him! He was the man in the dock without question, sir! I know because I've never seen a Middle Eastern man before.
Jesse, with all the doo-doos you're doing in chat, I keep thinking that you're doing the lyrics to Here Comes the Sun. So I'm just like seeing like all this, I'm like, here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes
For
the
me,
sun.
I keep thinking of the Doug intro.
Oh, what, DuckTales?
No, not DuckTales. From Doug, the TV show.
Oh, I wouldn't know. I've never seen it. But hi, Soupy. How are you? Welcome to stream. Thank ya for existing, my friend.
The mustache, the hunchback, the cat-like eyes, the top mouth, the stub nose, everything!
Alright, I'm going to ignore all the lyrics in chat from now on. Any more insults you want to throw in?
Yeah, the yellow skin!
No, don't say that. No, that's not okay, Grant.
That was not me, that was him.
No, don't say that.
Okay.
I remember back in I have caused chaos to reign, not in my good Christian Twitch channel. I remember.
Wait, what?
No, Jesse wants to. I caused chaos to reign.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember in college, in my elementary methods course, the professor who, granted, has been teaching at this university for like 40 years, so her methods were a tad outdated, and by a tad I mean like a shit ton outdated. So she taught us a song, like this was for elementary music methods, so it's like K through 5 typically. She taught us a song about like how everyone is different, and the lyrics were like, oh, we're like black, white, yellow, brown, and we're just sitting there like, oh my god, this is so racist. Ma'am, we can't teach this in 2020. We can't teach this in 2019. We can't. We fucking can't do this. Like, please, stop it. Then she retired when the pandemic hit. But she was already planning on to retire before the pandemic hit, so maybe she had some insider information. I don't know. Anyway.
That's right. He looked down at the poor defenseless woman with those terrifying, intense eyes, and then suddenly threw his books onto the pavement and ran away.
I see. This is tough. They seem as though they're telling the truth here.
May I remind the court that this unambiguous testimony comes from a policeman and his wife.
He's really pushing for the fact that, like, oh, this comes from a policeman. You can trust the policeman and his wife. They wouldn't tell a lie.
I think the question is that they aren't lying. It's just that they don't realize what they saw.
Yeah.
Because my guess is that he has told them what is the circumstances of the events afterwards, so that's what they're connecting with what they saw, rather than connecting what they saw with what could have happened.
Mm-hmm.
Now please, continue.
You literally broke the mic.
Oh.
I literally heard yee sa.
Sorry, I was trying to do like a Mario thing of yes, sir!
No, you're good. I understand, but it was just funny. Collapses, just passes out.
Just falls on the ground.
Hold it!
Same. Was it your husband who went to fetch help?
No, I went. I may not be a police officer myself, but I am the proud wife of one after all. Isn't that right, my darling?
You fucking bitch! I'll get your scarf when we get home! Why? Ah, yes, that's right. I asked Miss Beat to go. I'm gonna tug on her scarf a bunch when I get fucking home. I was off duty by that point. But a bully's never truly off duty, of course. So I felt obliged to stay and guard the scene.
Very laudable, Mr. Beat. Preserving the scene of the crime is a task of considerable importance.
This is still kind of confusing because I don't think that Natsume would lie to us. But he said he saw nobody.
Yeah, he really did say. He did say he saw nobody.
Do you think maybe they're altering a bit of their own events because they're supposed to be a police officer and his wife?
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe they didn't immediately go to the scene, maybe they hid or something, maybe they both went?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I sent Patricia, you see. I told her where to find the right police books.
You could trust agents of the government, I said, not believing a word of it. Forgive my ignorance, but what do you mean exactly by the right police box?
Depends on a crime's location, you see, as to who deals with it. Where the woman was stabbed wasn't actually on my beat. So I told Patricia to find the way to the police box for the beat, and the incident fell under so she could go and report it.
I ran there as quickly as I could and asked for help from the Bobby on duty. There's nothing more potent than a young man in love working together, a young couple in love working together, you know.
You know, I preferred this first way I said that. Young men in love. Preferred.
In next year's swift response, the case was quickly resolved, and the action of the two model citizens.
I am altering the testimony. Pray I don't alter it any further.
I'm altering the testimony. Pray I don't alter it further.
Oh, please, you're making me blush. Isn't he, darling?
Yank.
I could make you both blush.
Yes, sir! What Patricia said, sir! I think. Bye.
Goodbye. Bye-bye. Falls over. Let's move on, shall we?
Oh, is that the dragon lamb?
Yes, Darth Zeeks. We stan him.
Just send me a bunch of, like, scenes of Darth Vader's, like, lines, and I'll just say it in Von Zeke's tone.
Oh my god. But surely you wouldn't have been able to see his face by the light of the gas street lamps, would you?
We absolutely could. Us Londoners
Oh my
have
God,
exceptional
you're killing him.
eyesight, I'll have you know.
God damn, you must eat a lot of carrots then.
She is going to get her scarf yanked hard when they get home.
Right.
The light from the street lamps was more than enough. And my husband already told you that the fog was only light, didn't he?
Yes, and what of the fog?
We're famous for it across the globe, I believe.
Apparently not, because we Japanese know nothing.
But it is an absolute menace to those of us who have it to live with it, of course.
Oh, it is. When it's thick, you can even see the hand at the end. Can't even see the hand at the end of your own arm.
Man, this poor man's head. That neck. Are you sure you're not trying to snap his neck, darling? Yes, alright, I take your point now. Could you stop shaking your husband about?
The constant fog makes our eyes very sharp, you see.
See, I am doubtful of that statement, but okay.
That's why we can tell you for sure and certain that it was the little Japanese man we saw. Can't we, darling?
That was a little bit tougher than
My
usual.
neck hurt with that pull.
I can't feel below my torso. What? Yes? It was the accused, no mistake. She has a knife to me. She's blackmailing me. The mustache, the hunchback, the cat-like eyes, the taut mouth, the snub nose. Unmistakable. Sir!
As far as this couple's testimony is concerned, there can't be any question. It was Soseki-san they saw running away from the scene of the crime. I'm pretty sure he's struggling to stay awake because of all the concussions that his wife has given him. Oh no. So, that's it, is it? That's their entire testimony.
What do you think, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, I hate to admit it, but on hearing the testimony,
It really does seem as though Mr. and Mrs. B saw what they say they saw.
Mr. Natsume running away from the scene on Briar Road that day.
Yes, I feel the same.
I keep giving her a British accent, which is incorrect. So if that's true, where does that leave us?
The members of the jury are sure to call for a guilty verdict after this testimony.
Oh no! Then what do we do? Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O.
If Kazuma-sama were here,
What are you trying to say?
I think he would try to find a contradiction
Somewhere else within the... We know this! We know... Oh, God. Somewhere else. Oh, between their two statements. Identify some other part of their testimony which appears to contradict the facts. To discreet and make the jury... Let's focus on finding a discrepancy in these statements somewhere. No, I'm afraid the child may reach... Really? Yes. Yes, come on.
Mr. Lawyer, sir, can I ask you something?
Oh, yes, of course. What is it?
Well, you keep asking us all these questions about everything we've told you, so... It seems like you don't believe our testimony. Is that right? Is it? Well, out with it!
What is this?
Well, obviously she's using her husband as a puppet.
He's the meat shield. We see who wears the pants in this relationship. What? No, no, no. Oh no, it's not really, not at all. Not at all.
My husband's a policeman, remember? And I know what I saw. I remember every last detail, everything, like, oh, I know. What about the books the man dropped? I can tell you the names of every single one, every single one. And you dare to question how reliable my testimony is.
Oh yes, because we know exactly what books he had.
Please stop attempting to murder your husband in front of us.
Only Mr. B, I for interrupting me, what?
No, it won't do at all. The Japanese lawyer has no idea what I'm capable of. Even if I decide to forgive him for insulting us, don't think for a minute that Rolly will.
I really didn't mean to cause offense. Please, put your husband's fist down.
Things taken out of context of this game.
Your husband's fist down. I like Phoenix because he's dumb, but like not dumb. And I like Naruhodo because like he's like the only sensible one here with like saying please put your husband's like please stop with the shenanigans. Like he's just tired. He's just a tired boy.
He does still have some dumb moments, but
Oh, he
yeah,
does.
Sasato usually sets him straight whenever he does.
Yeah. And then Maya just feeds into it for Phoenix. She has to make the decisions to the family. He's asleep 95% of the time, lol. Meanwhile, next week's trial will be all about how a recently wedded wife, now widow, murdered her husband over sleep. Oh no.
You mean in her sleep?
Yes, definitely.
Which has been a thing that has been brought up in court, is sleepwalking and killing somebody while doing so.
Perhaps you would like the opportunity to supplement your testimony, Miss Beat. Might that appease you?
Oh, thank you, my lord. That would settle things nicely. Wouldn't it, darling?
I can't say shit.
I'm not allowed to. Okay, and now we have to
so-
press.
Hold it!
This is not something that we had to press, but okay.
Well, no, don't we have to press to see what book she says?
We had to press all the statements, and then we actually had to present, I think, from what this says, but alright.
Oh, I'm gonna get some water, so
Alright.
you should too. Alright, it's time to drink water. Grant, you better be drinking water, because we got a water
I
with
have
you.
got water. Would you like for me to do it audibly?
What?
I said I have water. Would you like for me to drink it audibly?
No, that's not necessary.
Okay.
Yes.
Joke's on you, Jess. I already have water.
Hmm.
That's my secret. I always have water.
Wind is blowing outside. Ooh, it's so exciting. This is our first like actual
some of your
snowstorm of the
snow.
year. This is our first actual snowstorm. Sips on Snapple peach tea. Yes, we know that there were books dropped by the scene of the crime, as you say.
Those purchased by the accused at the nearby second-hand bookshop on the day in question.
After I've been to the police box for help, I decided I'd have a good look over the area for good measure.
I'm a proud policeman's wife, after all. I did it for Rolly. Because he can't remember shit because he's asleep.
Not because you're a nosy little bitch, eh?
Drink water audibly? Mukbang when? No.
Please, I don't want to turn into that one guy from Mukbang.
And what was your husband doing at the time?
Oh, he was lying face down in the snow, getting some well-deserved rest.
I could not go at the scene to save my life or my wife.
He works ever so hard, you know, ever so hard, don't you, my darling?
Interesting way of guarding the scene of the crime.
Well, Mr. Beat, or Miss Beat, sorry. Seeing as you recalled the court with tales of your powers of recollection, would you be so kind as to recount the titles of the books you observed at the scene?
I'd be happy to.
Now, are you all listening?
There was the pictures of Monsieur somebody or other, and
What's it, yearnings? Oh no. We're in deep shit.
Well, we found the hole.
She recalls 2 books, not 3.
Can we look at it? Canterbury Yearnings, picture of Monsieur Le Quick, Emile by Gabral.
Yeah. Because the way she's currently phrasing it is that there's only 2 books at the scene.
then there was a meal for someone, and the last one was definitely the.
There's 4? There's only 3.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, so there's.
He only bought 3.
Yeah, he only bought 3.
You see?
Yes, I see there are 1 or 2 holes in your memory.
Oh well, they were along those lines, I'm quite sure.
There were indeed books found at the scene of the titles along those lines, as you put it.
Well, what did I tell you? So I think it's very mean the way you've been implying that my testimony can't be trusted. Don't you agree, darling?
Shoot somebody! Anyone who upsets my patrician will have me to answer to!
The fucker pulled a gun! What the hell? What? Why does this boy have a gun? Who gave the Sleepy Bobbit a gun? Who?
Are we sure that he isn't somehow related to an American?
What? Oh, for having
So
a
we
gun?
Yeah.
Oh my god, oh my god, why?
He's holding it like a Texan would in a can.
Immediately goes back to sleep. This is why he should not have a gun. I rest my case.
I've only shot my own leg twice!
Terrifying.
I can picture this being sarcasm, but like Van Zeeks doesn't know how to properly portray sarcasm, so it just sounds like he's like deadpanning almost. It's still not as questionable as Gumshoe should try to give Pearls a gun. Wait, I don't
hey, I know
remember
what I can
this.
Yeah, he actually almost did it twice.
I don't remember
hey,
this.
little girl. You want a toy? Here, look at this cool gun.
He's tried doing this twice.
Yes, she really is. We already done all this. Come on. Come on.
So we have to present.
We have to present on the 6th statement. I'm assuming it's the secondhand book receipt.
It says we have to present the crime scene photograph at the amended testimony.
So the 6th statement. I can even tell you the names of the 4 books he dropped at the scene.
I believe so. It just says amended at the amended testimony.
Yeah,
It
because
doesn't
there's
say the
only
number.
3.
Objection.
There we go. Justice for All is a wild time. It is a wild time. I remember that one. She should have one. So, you're saying that there were 4 books?
That's right, I remember all of them. The picture of monster somebody, what's it yearnings, a meal for someone, and the things of me something.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Beat. But there's a fundamental flaw in that statement of yours.
Oh no, what flaw?
Simply that, at the scene of the crime, there were only 3 books, not 4.
What?
Have a good look at this photographic print of the scene of the crime. As you can clearly see, there are only 3 books.
But, no, that can't be. I saw them. Oh no, I know what this is. Yes, you can't fool me.
Sorry?
It's a bug old lump of a dead body. The lady's so large, her corpse is blocking the view of the 4th book, that's all.
Let's at least try to remember that the poor woman isn't dead, even if we're insulting her size. No, I'm sorry, Mrs. Beat. But Mr. Natsume could not have possibly dropped the 4 books as you described.
Why not?
Fascinating. And from your assured tone, something you can readily substantiate with evidence, I presume.
Ah, evidence. We have evidence, dude.
Counsel, you present evidence of blah blah blah. So let me try this again. Counsel, you present evidence to substantiate your claim or withdraw it.
No one heard it the first time. Pretend you didn't hear it.
I will jail you if you say you heard it. What proof do you have that the accused did not drop 4 books?
And now it's the secondhand book receipt.
Yes.
Take that.
The evidence is right here in the form of this bookshop receipt.
From your books?
Allow me to cut through those words.
Ha! Thank you for Hajime's comeback. Allow me to cut through those words. Yes, this receipt details Mr. Natsume's purchases that day, but as you can see, only 3 books are listed.
No.
Therefore, Mr. Natsume would have only dropped 3 books at the scene of the crime. Which means that your powers of observation, madam, cannot be relied on. Grrr. So it cannot be denied that though you say it was the defendant you saw, you could very well be mistaken.
Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. No!
Objection.
Some 23.
Oh my god. Such a headache.
Yeah, really. It's like the headache
Clearly
pose.
evident
This is the headache pose, oh my god.
that it is your powers of deduction that cannot be relied upon, my learned upon a friend.
What?
What cannot be denied is that these 2 witnesses saw the accused running from the scene. A fact that you know very well you have no hope of disproving.
I love the wife holding her sleepy husband's fist. I know, right? It's very cute. Their dynamic is really cute, but I hate that they have to be like shitty witnesses that we can't rely on. It hurts. It hurts my soul. God, I have so many.
Okay, we can just find cute art of them later, I'm sure.
Very true. Yes. Ah.
So you've striven to avert attention from that by dint of some inconsequential discrepancies. That would be fair.
Ugh. He sees right through me.
I see a lot of things, my friend. But your plan has somewhat recoiled against you.
What are you talking about?
It's quite simple. Let me explain with a toast.
I like toast. I made French toast this morning, actually.
To the policeman's wife on her entirely accurate testimony, in every respect.
I hate that that's orange. That means it's important.
Oh,
You see, the matter is not up for debate.
Oh no, is he gonna pull out the fourth book and like, here's evidence, here's the fourth book?
At the scene of the Briar Road, a total of 4 books were most definitely found.
Okay, then his receipt said 3, so where did the fourth book come from?
Maybe she dropped it?
Someone dropped, maybe the woman dropped it, because she did have like a
That's
little
what I mean.
satchel thing, yeah.
I said she dropped it, so maybe it belonged to her.
Maybe.
Objection.
But we're gonna find out.
But what about the photographic print? It only shows 3 books.
Quite right. Only 3 can be seen in that print.
Oh, is he gonna pull out another one? That print,
Wait, is this an updated autopsy report bullshit?
Probably. You mean
Fuck you, why did you present this before?
Allow me to present another one that shows the victim's hand.
The lion's pride. Why is it burned?
Did she eat it?
Yeah, that was my other, like... Where's the cord?
Oh my god. Oh my god, I know where she got this.
This is from the tenants.
The old couple.
The old couple. Watch it be
The
the
tenant-
wife who's the killer.
Oh, that makes me not like the lady on the stand even more.
Yeah, I didn't like her from the beginning.
You liars.
It's the 4th book.
As you will observe, the 4th book was hidden from view in the original print by the victim's torso.
Please add this to evidence. I would like to examine. Look, they are connected by the scarf. That's really cute.
Water!
there, you see? You see? Look at it. Look.
Yes.
It's just like I said, isn't it, my darling?
Yeah, you fucking keep trying to kill me, you bitch. Yes, sir. Patricia's always right, sir. And I'm not saying that because she's got my balls by a fucking chain.
Let us study the receipts for the books purchased by the accused on the day in question.
I can't picture any two very contrasting voices that you have to do back to back. You have scrappy young Bobby and then Vampire Daddy.
But here's the question. Do I do it well?
Yes, you do it well.
Then that's good, because that's my only concern.
Hi friends, it's D for determined on my new username. Oh hey! Hi Diana, how are you? Friends of the
Liana.
Forest, I like that. That's a cool username. Is there particular
This is her new
meaning?
streaming.
Wait, what?
This is her new streaming account.
Ah, very cool. Good, how are you? We are doing well. There's snow happening outside. Oh, it's so pretty. Its wind is blowing. I'm so sad that, like, we have the federal holiday tomorrow instead of, like, getting off from work. The only time snow is good is when you can get out of work. Or class. It's from a manga, LMAO. Ah, okay. I'm curious on what manga it is, though. Because I do look to get back into maybe reading manga when I have money and shelving space. It means anyone you meet and connect with becomes a friend of the forest, someone who is special to you for life. Oh, that's... I like that. I like that a lot. It's from Full Moon. W.O. Saga... I'm not going to try to pronounce that.
I was gonna say.
I'm not going to try.
It's gonna sound like something else if you say it.
Exactly. It's probably Sagashite, probably.
I'm a child.
Weeb.
Weep.
Mrs. Beat, the titles once again, if you please.
Oh, yes, of course. The picture of Monsieur somebody or other.
Picture of Monsieur Lequick.
Monsieur. Monsieur. What's it, yearnings?
Canterbury Yearnings.
A meal for someone.
A meal for Gabrielle. And the court has just heard the witness remembers the book's titles flawlessly, save for a few minor details.
But I guess we're not going to talk about the fourth book.
Yeah,
So
we're
that
not
has
gonna talk
nothing-
about the fourth one.
Because she said it sounds like nothing like it sounds like the fourth book, so I guess fuck me.
Yeah, yeah. Watch a slice of life anime.
Bonzies, you knew it wasn't them. You know it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Beat's powers of recollection can only be described as exceptional.
Did you hear that, Rolly? The gentleman paid me a compliment.
Yes, Florence, Patricia is flawed because she beats me. Everyone, she beats me.
No, stop. Also, tone it down a tad because
High?
it's starting to clip. So
Okay.
it's starting to
I
cut
can turn
out.
my mic down a bit.
No, not your mic, not your mic. Your voice for him. It's starting to clip. So it's
Okay.
starting to cut out.
Oh. What part did I get cut off at?
It was cutting in and out for the entire line you just said.
Oh, okay.
So
Flawless,
you're doing
Patricia
it.
is flawless.
You're doing it too loud, so the microphone is clipping the volume or clipping the audio.
I will be moving the mic a bit further away.
No,
I'm gonna
don't
turn
move the
myself
mic
down.
further away.
I'm going to do that because that's the best way to do this.
No, because, like, your volume is good for, like, every other character. It's just for him.
It's just for him.
It's just for him. Every other character is fine. It's just him, because you're going higher in frequency and you're getting louder. Naturally.
Gotcha.
Devil is
High pitched.
Devil is a part-timer. But there are only 3 books on the receipt, and Miss Beats is mentioned 4. Here's another.
There is
thing.
nothing surprising about that. Clearly, the fourth book is that which is shown in this photographic
Can
print.
this be added to the court record so we can look at it? God.
I'm sorry, Counsel, but does that not seem odd? Why should the fourth book be omitted from the receipt? It's not odd at all, my lord.
Is he gonna say that Natsume stole the 4th book? Is that what he's gonna say?
Maybe that's his reasoning.
Is that, like, that's gonna be his logic, isn't it? Either that or that she's holding it.
You think maybe the Lions part is actually an autobiography that was written by the guy,
Mm-hmm.
and that actually talks about his wife being his wife, and so that's the reason why they wanted it back.
Maybe.
Maybe they sold the book to try to get back, and that was one of the books that were burnt.
Maybe, I don't know. I said it
As the
looked
photo-
burnt.
Yeah, it's just I'm trying to think of the reason why she has it, and I'm thinking the reason why she has it is because they sold the books that were burnt from that fire,
Yeah.
but because it's autobiographical, it actually reveals their secret that they are no longer high class.
That's right. Yeah.
And so they probably tried to mug her.
Mm-hmm.
As the photograph clearly shows, the fourth book was found in the victim's clutches. In other words, it belongs to the victim.
The victim was holding her own book? I wonder, what became of the 4th book?
Obviously, it wasn't overlooked by the investigation officers at Scotland Yard. I have it here as evidence.
Of course. Of course. You're pulling an Edgeworth on us. How could you?
You will submit that and the aforementioned photographic print to the court, please, Counsel. My pleasure, my lord.
Okay, we're gonna look at these before we move forward.
Oh, okay. He does have the book.
Yeah, he just said he had the book.
Well, I didn't know he was bullshitting me or not.
Mhm.
The prosecution rests.
All right. You go take your siesta. We're gonna look at these. Oh wait, no. Oh wait, yes. We can't like.
Oh. There you go. Look at the burns.
Can you voice Naruhodo for this?
Sure.
Let me see. It's a book entitled The Lion's Pride.
I'm afraid I don't know any English literature at all. So it wouldn't be something I've heard. Wait a minute. The Lion's Pride? That's strange. I think I've heard of a book by that name before. And very recently, too.
It's a title I recognize too, Mr.
Naruhodo. Wasn't he saying that internally?
How are you reading my mind? Maybe it was supposed to be like the expression,
See?
like he...
Told you it was burned.
Yeah, I agree.
You said it looked like she took like a bite out of it.
At first, yes. And then I said, well, maybe it's because I agree it was burned. It looks like it might have been burned. That's why the couple sold it, not forgetting that it was an autobiographical.
Oh, look at this. The book has been badly burned.
You're right. You'd never be able to read it in this state, especially not the latter pages.
Well, you can still read it. You just wouldn't be able to make much sense of it. You have to put a lot of pieces together. Because it's only the top leftish corner.
What a terrible waste. Judging from the scorched edges of the paper, I think the damage must have occurred very recently.
The book recently damaged by fire. Why does that seem to raise a red flag with me?
Because it does. It does, Naruhodo. Fucking does.
It doesn't have an author's name.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it for what we're gonna get from this book. Alright. Look at this again. Okay, part of me feels like the body is staged.
It's possible.
Or something about it is staged. 'Cause, like, if you fall down or get knocked unconscious because of a knife wound, I don't think you're gonna hold on to that book. I think you're gonna let it. I think your reflexes are gonna tell you to let it go.
I think my major problem right now, there's two major problems I have that don't involve the book. One is the location from where she was found versus the way that we believe that he went on the road. Because I don't believe Mr. Discount Edgar Poe went the way that the police are saying he went, and thus he may have congenitally related, had been next to her, but not been behind her in the way that they think he did, and not as long as they think he did. And the second one, what was it? There was a second problem besides that. Oh, yes, the couple, how they saw through the thick fog.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely a
Because
little
even
sus.
by the wife saying that, oh, we're just used to seeing through the fog, that doesn't make much
It's like, no,
sense, because that's not how
fog
that
is
works.
fog. Like, it's gonna be difficult. Like, we get foggy mornings fairly often because we're in a valley. So
The way you adapt from fog is by listening and adapting your listening skills, not by somehow adapting
Your
your
eyesight.
viewing skills. That's not how that works.
yeah, you use your other senses become enhanced. It's like when someone is visually impaired, to make up for the lack of one sense, your brain and your body use more of your other senses to help enhance, to make up for your lack of. Same for those who might be partially deaf. Like you'll use your eyesight more to help you, and maybe like your feeling too. So to adapt to fog, you're probably going to use your listening more. Like, it's like when you're driving, like, sure, you may not be listening, but like you're going to still observe a little better. Well, maybe not a little better, but theoretically when you're driving, you should be trying to perceive more like actively perceiving instead of just like passively perceiving. Because like when it's clear outside, everything is visible. But when it's foggy, there's a barrier there. So you actually have to actively be looking and watching and being perceptive. You just can't be like going through the motions. So if they're saying that they clearly saw him through the thick fog, then because they would have had to have been proactive in watching.
On top of that, it sounds like the guy
Oh wait, I'm
probably
not done
wasn't
yet.
guarding her very well.
I'm not done
Oh,
yet.
okay.
Because let's say we take everything of what they said so far is true. They were walking, they saw the two people. That's probably just a passive, like, oh, we just observed two people. When they see the one body go down, then they're suddenly on red alert. At that point, we can assume that Natsume has fled, or is starting to flee. You're not going to be, like, quickly adjusting your your eyesight to try to see. Like, I feel like they knew. They're either, I don't think they're lying, I think they knew that something was, like, they were told to be there at that time and place, or something. I don't know, something's sus. Something's very sus. I think they know something. I think they were told to be there, or something.
I don't think they were told to be there. I think they were told a certain thing by the prosecution and have now fully believed that that's what they saw.
Mm-hmm. I mean, thinking back on it, I don't recall many, if any, of the monsters of Silent Hill having eyes, but they seem to hear even the quietest whispers. Yeah, because they have to adapt. But granted, that's a horror game. This is such an interesting stream to have on while I'm doing my chores. Strong gray opinions. Yeah. Because I don't like being interrupted. I know I do that sometimes, and I'm sorry. But, like...
It's alright. I interrupt people by accident all the time. So
yeah, I don't like being interrupted. Especially, like, when I'm on, like, a good train of thought with it, and I don't want to, like, lose it. But...
that's fine.
yeah, happy Sunday,
think...
Paul. I hope your chores are going well. And also... hi, Diana, again. I know you're saying hello to everyone else, but hello. So what were you going to say?
Well, I was gonna say, I have no problem with you like calling me out whenever I interrupt you because I totally do that by accident without thinking about it.
Interrupt.
It just comes with being like the oldest of like two younger siblings, where you had to sometimes you have to interrupt some of the younger kids to get any word in.
I was used to getting talked over a lot in like high school, and also like that whole shtick of men, not saying you specifically, but men generally just talk over women aligning people or women presenting people because like they feel like they're superior, blah blah blah. So I just started learning to be more sort of like, no, I'm still talking, excuse me, I'm not done talking. And also just being more outgoing and not as shy as I was in high school. Assigned female at birth. Oh, hi, Guy. Hey, what's up? Welcome to stream. Oh, hi, Guy. Welcome to stream. Are you short, too? I am 5'4", Paul, and a half.
Jeez.
I am average height. Mary's actually taller than me. By an inch. She's taller than me by an inch. Assigned female at birth. I mean, you could be assigned female at birth, but be male presenting, but, like, then you still have cishet men. And not saying all cishet men do this. Not saying that at all. Some cishet men will just, like, talk over people who they view as inferior, whether that be someone who's AFAB or someone who chooses to identify as male, but maybe more feminine-esque or presenting slightly more female, or may not be viewed by this certain cishet person as a true male, which is not correct. Oh god. Sometimes I lose my train of thought even without being interrupted. That's also fair. That happens to me often on stream. Like, I'll be telling a story, and then, like, I get interrupted by the game, and I'm like, where was I going with the story? Or, like, I don't remember the story, because, like, my brain is broken. It's more common for AFAB people to be interrupted, which can be a bit frustrating. Yeah, it means assigned female at birth. And then the opposite would be assigned male at birth. This is AMAB. Yeah, I'm
My
short.
second, go ahead.
5'11" and a half. Yeah, listen, I was 5'4" and 3/4, and then my new doctor said I'm 5'4" and a half, and I'm like, listen, how did I go down a 1/4 inch? This is not fair. This is bullshit. I call myself 6 foot. You have every right to call yourself 6 foot. I am not concerned about my height, but I have that extra half inch. Stairs in 5'4", guys. That's not short. I had one guy try to do that in earlier days of Overwatch, and he literally admit that he was doing it because I was a female, and our one tank literally told him that if he wasn't the support, or if he had nothing important to say, that the only one that should be talking is our supports. We'd love that tank guy. Everyone should be that tank guy. I'm a slim, light man, and that definitely affects how some other men treat me. Yeah, unfortunately. It's kind of shitty. Yeah, I'm sorry you have to go through that, Paul. It's probably just personal experience, but I've experienced more interruptions more consistently from women.
The second thing I was going to bring up was the fact that it seems like the Bobby wasn't guarding all too terribly well.
So she could have played around with the crime scene a little bit.
It could have been that whoever was at the scene could have moved her around and even moved him around, and how would the wife have known any different?
Yeah, really. Oh, yeah, because she went to go do the thing, and, like, was he really watching the crime scene? Was he really watching the crime scene, though?
I don't think so.
It's okay, I still get a lot of male privilege. Yeah. Not to say, like, yeah, you do pitchfork time, but, like... yeah, that's the unfortunate way our world works. Oh god, yeah, my tanks in that DPS went fucking rounds. Our Zarya actually said that the only one who shouldn't be heard is sexist asswives who are wasting our precious options. I was like, oop! That was not very eggy of them. I'm a relatively quiet person. I'm also pretty short, around 5'4", so I get ignored a lot. I had to learn to speak more. Like, I wasn't, like, selective mutism or anything of that sort. But, like, I was very not outgoing. But my mom always perceived me that I was, for some reason. And probably because, like, of me doing martial arts for so long, where, like, I had to be vocal because I was teaching kids. So I had to be, like, assertive and whatnot. And I was, like, not that in school. Because I was so self-conscious about myself and anxious all the time. And then in college I had to learn to be more outspoken. And then I got told I was too abrasive. And I'm like, well, what do you want? Do you want me to shut up or do you want the truth? Like, what do you want? Like, hello? Tell me what you want. What you really, really want. Meanwhile, Diana shots someone's character. It's hard to be, like, assertive. It's always hard to be assertive. Especially when you're, like, introvert-ish. So, like, I'm, like, myself, I define myself as, like, an amnivert because I do have my moments where, like, I'm quiet and, don't want to talk to people and, like, just leave me the fuck alone. And then there's other times where I'm like, coworkers, please notice me. Please talk to me because I crave the human interaction. Shots, we doing shots? Not in this good Christian stream. That was a misunderstanding. You see, this is what I like. Gray and Grant. The game matters way less. Hey, are you saying my other streams are less cool, Paul? I'm offended.
We just need to. Here's what we need to do. We just need to do, like, chats, or we need to do a podcast called GG, Gray and Grant.
Good game.
Just talk about
Gray and Grant
shit.
talk about shit.
Yeah.
You know, my friends do that to me too, where I tell them I've always been quiet and don't talk much, and they're like, I remember you being super outgoing. I'm like, I'm just like, as a teenager, I was either quiet or angry. There is no in between. I think we were all angry as teenagers. I think we're all angry now with the state of the world as it is.
I'm not angry.
You're not angry with how things are happening in this world?
I don't like how things are happening, but I just don't see the reason to get angry over it.
Anky.
I'm Angie, like Eggy.
Unless
'Cause
it's somebody like
clearly
in front of
Eggy
me
is
that's has
Angie.
these opinions that I can somewhat be angry about. It's mostly if, and it only really pushes my buttons if it's like close friends or family that disagree, because it just like pushes my buttons a bit more.
Oh, if only Noah was here, then we can. Then that would be a
Thank you, Paul.
conversation. But we're gonna move on.
We're almost finished with part one, so we could probably
We'll
call it
finish
quits
with
if we
part one
want
and call
there.
it a night. I like you
Alright.
both. Thank you, Paul. We like you too.
Yeah, we do. We like a lot of our.
We
viewers
like
and
everybody
friends.
here, except for the one hateful person who showed up to my Astroneer stream with Mary. We do not like that individual.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I have nothing further to add.
No, I was dissecting this conversation with some other people in another Discord server. Like, because we were talking about, like, who, like, what Ryan has mentioned, like, who on a Friday night comes into a Discord server, or not in a Discord server, comes to a stream just to, like, shit talk. Because the person, because,
Everybody
like,
is really bored and sad.
or insecure as fuck.
Yeah.
This is why I like Tira and Kira, who are other streamer. Or well, Kira doesn't stream, Tira does. She unfortunately gets a lot of transphobic people come into her stream, and she is just rapid fire with like comebacks, and like I wish I had that fast brain power to like see something written in chat that's like insulting and then be able to like quickly fire back with like a trolling comment and troll the troll essentially, but like my brain doesn't work that fast. But like no, like we were doing something in Astroneer and like I called one of the minerals in the game like spiky black stuff cuz like I forgot what it was. And I think the guy was just like looking for something for me to do something wrong in quotes in the game so he could start like his anti gay people bullshit of like how dare you call I don't even remember what it was. I don't remember what it was.
I wasn't there, so I don't know.
How dare you call this spiky black shit, you bitch? I mean they, them. And I'm like, oh no. Kept calling me a bitch. And I kept trying to come up with comebacks, but it wasn't working. And then Mary banned him. Trans rights. Absolutely loved. We love all gay rights. And we love just people rights. We love people existing. And being able to exist without the stress of financial struggle or like any struggle really. I think I would just be like, no, we don't say mean things here. Blocked. I really want to say like, oh, are you jealous because you can't get a they them like me? Wakanda man, we don't do that here. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. You did not read this line.
I have nothing further to add.
What?
You seem surprised, my learned friend. But your resistance until now has not been in vain. Entertaining, yes, but futile.
Great. My guy, like, what's your problem? Idiot gets banned. Me. His problem is that they're fucking banned. I should use that as a You know, I actually debated having, like, a stream of redeem alert for, like, oh no, there's a hater in chat, and then it just, like, turns the screen gay. But that might be a little overkill.
I was gonna say if people redeem it, that might be abuse.
No. It would be like it wouldn't be like something for someone in chat to get like the second they join stream. Like it would have to be like a hefty amount of points, like 5,000 or something, to be redeemed. But it was just an idea. I probably wouldn't do it though. Anyway.
I have said this line.
Okay.
The spurious longer route to the accused lodgings that you tried to establish in your summation examination, and the attempted discrediting of the witness's powers of recollection in your cross-examination.
Futile? I walked right into this, didn't I?
You see, everything we said is true. Isn't that right, my darling?
Yes, Pat. Marry me, Pat. Please stop torturing me, Pat.
So, perhaps the ladies and gentlemen of the jury would like to reconsider their positions. Should the court waste any more time on this Lopone's travesty? Or is it the decision you have to make all too apparent already?
I really hate how you can see like the definitions of his bicep muscles from this position.
You like? I work out.
I do
I
like
lift. You have heard all of the witnesses and seen all of the evidence.
Okay, at least they aren't withholding evidence and information, Zeeks. Looking at you,
I
vampire
withhold
man.
nothing but the truth. This trial has run its course.
Mr. Naruhodo, I'm afraid we are terribly precarious position.
I know, but
If I fight back in the wrong way now, it could very well just make things worse.
think, Renosuke. Think. What do you do now? Raise an objection? I'm assuming is the correct answer.
Yes.
Objection.
I'm not done yet.
No, my learned friend, it's over. That last cross-examination was your final chance to establish a credible defense, and you failed. The die has been cast. There is no more room for debate.
Well, it might be over as far as you're concerned, but... I can't think of what to say. If I may, Lord Van Zeeks, it seems somewhat boorish to close down the debate at this point.
Your insignificant little Eastern Isle must be a lawless hole indeed. For a lowly judicial assistant to make the audacity to intervene at a point like this.
Are you sure it's not because you're not saying this because she's female, correct? Because I'm about to fuck you up, Mr. Vampire
Trust me.
Dude.
Trust me, I dumb regardless of gender.
Oh,
I don't think he sees. I don't know. He has this weird thing about class, I think. Being a nobleman.
Yeah, he probably sees both of them as lesser because they're not British blood.
They're not English citizens.
They're not English
They're
citizens.
not English citizens, and also they are of a lower class. He is nobility, they are not. I don't know if he sees them because of like their race or because of their gender, though.
Zeeks, no, you can't say that kind of thing. You can't do it, my guy.
maybe an experienced lawyer, so you have to forgive me, but I consider my assistant's advice essential and her opinions invaluable. Mr. Naruhodo.
One of this land's great guiding principles is tolerance. So, the court will hear you out, madam.
I see people who aren't English as lesser. I better hope.
Oh, yeah.
You better be pulling my leg here, Paul. Please remember, I'm not good at reading sarcasm over text.
Go ahead, Mr. Sato. Please.
Very well. Rick, what insight can you give us? What have we all overlooked in this matter that you can see fit to pursue?
Well, the court has been presented with new evidence, but only after the last cross-examination finished.
I see. And you believe that this new evidence warrants further examination, do you?
Mr. Naruhodo, what do you think? It's just possible that this new evidence might be the decisive proof we've been waiting for. The judge is sure to ask the members of the jury to announce their leanings in a moment. And of course, he's sure to ask you to explain what the crucial piece of evidence is and why. So we must take this opportunity to examine the newly presented evidence as thoroughly as possible.
Yes, I understand. And thank you, Mrs. Sato. This is it. Susato-san has managed to win us one last chance here. I can't let it go to waste.
The defense wishes to present evidence, my lord.
Very well.
Oh, sorry, I forget that. Yes, it's like pulling. Okay, thank you. I just wanted to clarify before someone who comes to watch the VOD later thinks that you're being serious and thinks that I'm allowing that behavior. So I just wanted it on record that, like, you're joking and you don't actually believe that.
The defense may present one further piece of evidence. Evidence that apparently offers a profound insight into the case and has hitherto been overlooked.
The book. Confirm.
Can confirm that it is, present the fourth book.
Take that!
That's good clarification. Thank you for reminding me, Gray. You're welcome. You see, I am always thinking with student affairs brain. You always want things written down, but also, like, for the amount of times that Grant has taken me out of context and made quotes of, or like people being like, oh, you could take that out of context and be like, make it sexual. Like, stop it. I'm not mad about it. I'm just disappointed. The evidence in question...
I think it's playful.
Yeah, I know. The evidence in question is what we can see from the newly presented photographic print of the crime scene. The fourth book, found in the victim's hand.
Objection!
Put your foot on the table, please. I need
We
this.
have already discussed the fourth book at length. If you want to lick my boot, you have to do it later. Other than it being in the victim's grasp at the time of the incident, no significance has been attached to it. Pursuing the matter further would be a flagrant waste of the court's time, as well as you well know. Yes, I'm afraid, counsel, I must concur with the prosecution on this matter. When I afforded you this opportunity, you led the court to believe that the evidence in question contained a hitherto undiscovered clue. So I must insist that you elaborate, counsel. You will identify this clue at once. Do I make myself clear?
Oh, yes, my lord. It's, Mr. Naruhodo. I believe the prosecution is trying to avoid a thorough examination of the evidence, which means you may very well be on the right track. Yes, I think you might be right.
Go, counsel. Precisely where is the vital clue in this case, which this fourth book conceals?
I believe it is the burnt edge.
That it would be.
Got it!
Got it. I would
Wait, why
ask
does he sound British?
I don't know. I would ask the court to observe the back of the book in question.
Back? What do you... Good gracious! It's been burnt to a crisp.
So we have to ask ourselves, why was the victim clutching what is clearly an unreadable book? It is undeniably an extremely unnatural thing for her to have been doing.
Objection!
Unnatural, you say? And what of it, my Naponist friend?
I love this pose of him. I love it, with like the narrowed eyes, and there's clearly a scar across his forehead as well. Not just wrinkles. Oh.
Were I to concede the point, if it bears no relation to the case, there is nothing to discuss. So should you wish to assert that this fire damages with some veiled clue as to what happened that day? Pray, do enlighten us all. What truth does this charred book hide?
A charred book. There is just one possibility here, which I can't quite bring myself to rule out. It's an outside chance, certainly, but worth a try. Alright, I'll explain my theory.
Don't keep us waiting any longer then, counsel. Explain this theory of yours. What are you suggesting that you can ascertain from the fire damage this sorry book has suffered?
Its owner.
Yep.
My lord, the burn on the back of this book reveals a startling truth about the book's owner.
I beg your pardon.
But we already know who the book belongs to. The victim was gripping it in her hand as she fell to the floor. After all, it's obviously hers.
The question of how this book came to be in the victim's hand has yet to be answered. However, as to the questions of who the book really belongs to and where it's originated, the defense has very credible answers.
Good gracious, how can you possibly? Very well, I'll play along with this futile attempt to delay your inevitable demise. But do remember, the members of the jury may well bear new little gamble goes awry. Counsel, your defense's response here is very likely to influence the outcome of this trial. So tell the court, who do you claim as owner of this mud book?
And it is going to be Moonface Man himself, John Garadeb.
You can either choose John or Joan. I would pick Joan because she's on the bench.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Take that!
The answer is that the book belongs to the couple who own the house where the defendant has his lodgings. A certain Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb.
The landlords.
Now, whether this is some extraordinary coincidence or some kind of fate at work, I don't know. But of all the people in London, one of the 6 chosen for jury duty in the courtroom today is none other than Miss Garadeb herself.
Oh my goodness, me! I think you might be mistaken, sir. I'm not Mr. Garadeb's wife. I'm his maid.
Things would be so much easier if you would just drop the pretense. Alright then, how about a simple question for you? Have you ever seen this book in Mr. Garadeb's house?
I would never presume to know all of the books he keeps, sir.
Objection!
This is outlandish behavior. This woman is the accused landlady, you say? You implicate this hard-working member of the public who has besmirched her without a shred of evidence. Your actions are unforgivable.
This is not mere conjecture. The defense happens to know that on the day in question, at almost exactly the same time as the victim was stabbed on the pavement below, another incident was taking place in the room on the top floor of Mr. and Mrs. Garadeb's house. Ryan has redeemed Eggy! Eggy on the shoulder. Thank you, Rye. How is your gaming? The Eggy incident. Yes, indeed.
Good lord, what sort of incident, counsel?
A fire, my lord. We don't need to voice this because, like, played more Prop Hunt and Zombies in VR. Good fun. Oh, good. Any funny stories about Prop Hunt? Like
He
last night's
became a
stories?
dancing lady, and then he got away.
The end. Called the Lion's Pride. Oh. What is this face?
The Lion's Pride.
Okay, hold on. I need a screenshot of this. Oh wait, I think I screenshot. No, I screenshot the wrong one. No. Oh no, I did. I did screenshot the right one. Hold on, let me just make sure. I'm gonna send it to you, Grant. Do. Ah, yes. Perfect.
By Jove, the very same title as the subject of this debate.
I was the magazine gremlin where I would walk around and pull the magazines out of every teammate's guns. Oh, of course you were. You gonna play anything else tonight, or are you done for the night?
Oh dear me!
Objection!
This is risibly. All you told the court is a book by the same name was involved in a fire. In which case, it would be unreasonable to assume that it was burnt to ashes. And entirely unreasonable to infer that it magically removed itself to the scene of the crime.
So now the question is, how did it get there? Because the fire happened like mere minutes before the crime. So how did the book that was in the fire get down the ground? I was a chair in another round and got stuck in the floor. It was obvious I was a prop, but somehow 3 hunters didn't notice me and walked right past. Just before the round ended, one guy saw me and I was like, hey there, how's it going? And he was chill in response, talking to me, but then we started going down the step bro I'm stuck route as he was shooting me like, ow, it's my first time. And when he killed me, Slasher won the round. I heard the whole lobby laughing their asses off in all time. Help, step bro, I'm stuck. Ow, it's my first time. Oh, boo. That's funny. That's good. That's good. Perhaps it would make more sense if I told you that the cause of the fire was marital discord. By the way, if you're not in my Discord server, you should definitely join the Discord server.
Jesus Christ, that was the pull.
Without going into details, it appears that Mrs. Garrida was considerably enraged. Apparently, she continued to attack Mr. Garrida even amid the flames. Oh, how awful! I can't even imagine being so horrid to you, the one you love. Can you, Rolly? Is this...
I dream of it every day, Patricia. Every goddamn day. Absolutely not, sir. My Patricia would never raise a finger against me, sir. You just choked me a lot with the fucking thing I got around my neck, apparently.
You know what this voice reminds me of?
Of Gingerbread Man from Shrek?
Yes! I haven't even seen Shrek and I know that's what the voice is from.
You know the Muffin Man.
What a transition. Thank you, thank you. I don't do them well, but here we are. You don't need to, we already...
Oh. So, you think one of them went out the window and hit her in the head?
And maybe the knife was just placed there in the back?
Maybe she fell on her knife?
No, because it was in the back, so how should she fall on the knife and she landed sideways?
Because she put it in her back pocket?
I don't think so, because the knife would have had been fully extended, because it was a pocket knife. So you have to physically open the knife.
These are questions I would like to know, but at the same time, there's no other possible way other than that she threw it out the window somehow at the same time that they were passing by.
Mm-hmm. Join the Aaron Gray marital Discord, yes. Become married to me. As a giant rat army.
This marital status is not legally binding.
Ben had his back up against the window, and he had burning books thrown at him.
It stopped snowing, I'm sad.
Goodness gracious, are you suggesting that the book was thrown through a window and landed coincidentally at the scene of the crime?
Objection!
No. A thorough investigation of the surrounding area was conducted the very evening of the incident. And there's no report of the Gerardeb's window pane being broken.
That's quite true. We also saw no sign of broken glass when we visited the Gerardeb household.
You say the window wasn't open.
Yeah. Yeah, Naruhodo is here with you. But it's not conceivable that the window was open at the time in...
Not even remotely. Let us not forget the season, the chilling weather that accompanies it.
There was a fire in the apartment, sir. Are you telling me that they would not try to get the smoke out of the apartment? All that carbon monoxide? Or carbon dioxide in the air, my guy?
No Londoner will ever leave a window open in the middle of winter.
Also, I'm pretty sure a fire is pretty dang hot. I mean, I don't know about you, Betsy, 'cause you hate fire. You hate the warm.
I love to feel warm things, just not in the way that people think. Those the defense postulate a scenario in all seriousness, Council.
Yes, that's definitely the word.
You honestly claim the book found and seen was a flaming projectile thrown by Mr. Garrett's wife?
I believe it's a possibility, my lord.
This is quite enough. Oh, that's not. There you go.
Well, I hope that everyone can see you for what you are, you little foreign trickster. You can call yourself a lawyer, but you're just a coward, a mean coward.
Really?
Claiming that one little tiff set the whole neighborhood alight, honestly. Implying that I'm merely posing as a maid for appearance's sake. How could you? It's nothing to do with this beastly case, not any of it. All you've done is sully our family's name.
No, I assure you that was never my intention.
Dragging an upstanding citizen's name through the mud simply to divert attention from your own failing defense.
She just scratched juror number 5. How could you?
Should box your ears. That's what I should do. It's utterly unforgivable.
Right.
Here we go.
How long was you gonna sit here listening to this Napoleon spouting out his fancy foreign theories?
Cute eye rolling. She really shouldn't be on the jury when she's under suspicion. Yeah.
To be fair, it was just brought up, though.
True. Yeah.
Well, think about it. At the end of the day, the only person who could possibly have stabbed the victim is that little hunchback with the mustache, and he ran away from the scene, too.
I do declare you're right.
It's true.
Yes, what did I tell you?
Makes sense to me. Yeah? Sorry? What's that? Well, it would appear the ladies and gentlemen of the jury are once again in full agreement. What is your position, Lord Von Zieks? In truth, my lord, I feel that these have been unnecessarily protracted proceedings. But then one must always exercise patience in order to savor the best vintage.
No, wait! The mystery of the 4th book still hasn't been... There we go! There we go!
If books are your predulation, my learned friends, study them on your own time.
I wish we got to see the full crescent kick, but alright, whatever. It's fine. Look at him. He did it! He's ready to step on me, and I love it. Eggy, you don't need to look at this anymore. No, goodbye. You don't need to witness this. I love you, Eggy. What? No forgive the discourtesy this time?
In that case, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will now state your individual decisions regarding the defendant's culpability for the court to hear.
Guilty!
Guilty. Guilty.
Guilty. Guilty. Guilty.
For the unambiguous response.
That's twice now. It's over.
Mr. Naruhodo, don't give up.
Mrs. Sato, have you forgotten? The battle isn't over yet. You're not suggesting.
Of course, the defense has the right to another summation examination at this point. You can still convince the jurors to change their minds. You have one more chance.
My lord,
The defense asked to exercise its right to a subnation examination.
Not this again. You believe you still have tricks up your sleeve?
I don't intend to trick anybody. I intend to uncover the truth. This is no time to be downcast. As long as there's a chance, I have to stay strong and determined. I was about to ask
This is
when
where we save.
Wow, this is great. Oh, and I was wearing my Shuichi shirt too. See? Shuichi, our ultimate detective boy that we love dearly. Alright.
Thought our detective boy was Herlock Sholmes.
Well, no, he's the ultimate detective from Danganronpa V3. Alright, so that will be it for tonight, everybody. Thank you all for joining. Gosh, there's so many of you. It was so great, and I appreciate literally all of you. Alright, let's see. Who should we raid? Oh, I think we're gonna go give some love to Ravaging Owl, because he's pretty chill. Also, I'm gonna give... Thank you, Gray, thank you, Gray. Thank you for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Shout out the subtotal. Subtotal. Can you type in chat real quick? Thank you. I'm gonna quickly shout out Grant here. Yeah, thank you. Oh, it's the same clip as last time. You need some more clips, my friend.
I do need more clips. That's what I was saying. Like, I don't make clips. Oh, hey, that's the clip from Star Wars.
Yeah.
That was made by that one guy.
Come on, do it again.
I need to get some of the clips from the Ace Attorney thing that we made so that you guys can see us doing voice acting work.
Yeah, if you're not following Grant, you should go give him some love. He's also a streamer just like myself. I don't think you have not reached affiliate yet, correct?
No, I have not.
All right. Well,
I haven't really put... I was streaming every single day, but it became a bit too difficult. I do want to do that again, if I can. The issue is, like, me finding material to stream and getting people available for it. But, I mean, if people watch it, then I will have more reason to want to go on. But this was fun. I'm glad I could be here.
Yeah, glad to have
enjoy
you as
voicing
always.
these characters.
So we're gonna go raid over to Ravaging Owl, who's playing Half Like Alex, which is a VR game. So I don't know how well he's gonna see us in chat, but we're gonna sure try. We're gonna give the love, and I do have 2 raid commands now. See, raid 1 and raid 2.
Rats.
Or raid 2
rats.
didn't work.
Where the rats?
Oh, I didn't. Raid 2 doesn't exist yet. But feel free to copy that and say it on your way into Ravaging Owl's stream, or Izzy, as he goes by. And I will be streaming Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday of this upcoming week. Tuesday, I believe, is Pokemon. Thursday will be Danganronpa S. Friday will be Inscription, and then hopefully, providing that Grant's work works out fine, more of this next Sunday.
Yeah.
All right.
Work has been pulling my ass, honestly.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful evening. Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.